Whoops, heard.
Whoops. Hey, welcome. Hey, hey.
Whoa, hey.
Hey, whoa, hey, I'm walking here. Actually, no, I'm sitting
Hey.
here.
I'm
It's actually
TnT in here.
Tankins and Tails.
Why does that keep popping
Welcome,
up?
welcome to the away game. It's Tankins and Tails. I'm Jason, and then we got Ryan, and then we got Forrest, and then we got Parker, and we're all here just having a good old fucking time.
He's Parker. I'm Forrest. That's Jason. I'm Ryan.
Well,
uh,
hold on, real quick. Forrest, smoke bomb. Do it.
Ninja go!
That's the coolest thing. Sorry, we're running a little bit late. We know we said we're going to be live at 6, but hey, we had technical
It's my
difficulties.
fault.
Yeah,
It was my fault.
it was my
My
fault.
didn't wanna
I'm
press-
I am
Spartacus.
Spartacus.
No. Welcome to the away game. First and foremost, we're just going to shout out Slanted Dice again for being partners. Talk to them over Instagram. You can find them over at twitch.tv/Slanted Dice. They are live Wednesday, 7 Central European time. I had to find that in the dark recesses of my brain. That translates to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here in Ohio. We have a giveaway going on. Once we reach 50 subscriptions on the channel of here, we will be giving something away. We haven't really identified it, but we got a lot of cool stuff around the studio that we are just itching to throw at y'all. So without further ado, I'm going to kick it over to Ryan, who wants to talk about something real quick.
Take it away, Ryan.
We're looking at you, bald man.
Yeah, Ryan,
I'll
come on.
do it, I guess. I'm Ryan. As usual, check out our panels down below. You'll see the Raven Press, Instagram, Etsy, and the Patreon shop. He's a really cool guy. It's like him and his wife, I believe, working, making all these really awesome maps. Volume 1 is available on Etsy. You can get Volume 2 on pre-order, I think, on either Kickstarter or Etsy, one of the two. Just check it out. You also have like these really intricate and nicely well-made character sheets for each class: Ranger, Rogue, Paladin, all those things. They're all very well made, and they all have their own original theme. They're really, really cool. Definitely check those out. Let's see, and then the smaller stream we want you guys to check out this time would be twitch.tv ales_and_scales.
I know those underscores,
Yeah.
they don't feel good when you type them, but unfortunately most websites call for it, and I miss when you could put spaces in your username.
Yeah, they're another small group, relatively similar to us. They kind of fit our mold pretty well, actually. Really cool group of guys. They're all retired vets mostly. I think they have a couple active duty right now, but it's always a good time over in there. Check them out. Give them a follow. Say hi from TnT. And yeah, I think that's it for this week. That's all I got, boss.
All right. Well, then, without further ado, let's get into tonight's game of Tankards and or Tails. Let's hit up with a recap real quick. You guys are in the middle of an investigation. It started in the city of Corvus during the Long Day Festival. A bunch of animals attacked, and you wanted to know why. You found out why. Some person laced some fireworks with some drug that enraged the wilderness around, carried off into the forest via the wind pattern and the smoke, and a couple guards laid dead, and our party here went to hard work investigating as to where and why and how and when and all that fun stuff. So they teamed up with the local, the not so local leader of the city of Corvus, Delilah Frostfire. She sent you guys to investigate Clara, and she went and investigated Marquise. Marquise then kidnapped her and disappeared, thus sending us on a whole new investigation. The only lead that our party found upon talking to Marquise's family is he knew of a hole in the wall in the woods. And so the party picked up the local druid named Gorthog, and he helped them trek into the woods and helped them make camp and survive and all that fun stuff. They eventually made it into a goblinoid camp and made quick work of most of them. And let's just get into what happened last session. You guys actually breached into the dungeon filled with goblinoids, laid waste to most of them as they were sleeping and or getting up or just playing around with themselves as they, I believe it was 2 hobgoblins versus a bugbear in an arm wrestling competition. And you guys made quick work of those guys. And then Gray, our local rogue, he scalped a goblin and used said scalp to put on his new baby, a pinata.
Weave.
I love it. It's my favorite thing. Then you guys made quick work of the captain via some mind trickery, some things that you guys are actually starting to become in love with, and I'm in love watching you guys fall in love with the mindfuckery. What was it? Dissonant Whispers message and your
Cleric of Twilight nonsense.
Yeah, you guys can just peek into people's brains and talk to them at will. And
Hello,
these guys
sir.
these guys being of low intelligence and stuff, they fall for it pretty easily and put them at a severe disadvantage for the combat that ensued. After a good round of combat, the hobgoblin captain and all of his lackeys lay dead, and the party found themselves in front of a puzzle door. I believe it was Gray that made the really good investigation check. Correct me if I'm wrong.
You're probably not wrong.
So you guys had discovered that the 4 statues on the wall surrounding the doors, each of their arms moved up and down, and their offhands had the numbers 1 through 4 fingers pointed up, and you guys could surmise that those are the orders that you pull the arms down and the door would open up. But you guys decided to take a long rest right there in that chamber before entering the door. So we'll go ahead and pick up with the long rest. Do you guys want to do any RP as you guys are bedding down?
Do you really think this is the safest place to sleep?
No.
Gorthog's still bleeding profusely. He goes, no, not really, but
Not a lot of options.
That's not.
I'll stay up for a while and keep watch. You guys get some rest. Heal your wounds.
I can take a watch too.
Yeah, later, when you're not bleeding all over the place.
I think he's already bandaging himself up and applying salve and paste where it needs to be.
I'm heating like a stick over the fire. Just like, need any cauterizing done?
No, not.
Wound
Nothing
looks
that
pretty
severe.
rough. I don't know, man. Let me take a look.
Give me a medicine check.
Gladly. Where's my... There it is. Okay. I'll start with a natural 20. 25
I'm sorry, what was
total.
that?
We went back to that first room to rest.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you guys did do that, the first room. But that really doesn't matter. You guys are gonna progress forward here in just a second. Just a little RP. The wound that you tend to most of all is the one that Gorthok suffered on his hip from the Morning Star, from the bugbear in the first room, the room that you actually guys are staying in right now. He went. One of the attacks that were made upon him like crippled his hip. So you give him a good, like, not necessarily a splint, but like you keep it wrapped like tension pressure, just like so that way it can fall apart, you know?
I'll go ahead and heal him a little bit as well.
Okay.
Let me find it real quick. Where am I? Sorry, I'm used to using my phone for D&D Beyond. Cure
Yeah, I gotta
wounds.
use virtual dice link. Physical dice.
That'll be a 10 total healing.
10 total healing. He will accept
Dump
that
it into
gladly.
his hip. Try to repair any fractures or anything like that.
Minus all of the blood that has stained the area, you actually see the wound disappear, and you can feel his hip pop back into socket. He's been
Nice.
walking around without it in socket, and he's just, oh, fuck, okay, yeah. Oh, that felt good and bad at the same. Thank you. I'll be able to sleep better tonight. Thank you. And with that, he kind of just takes off his outer layer of armor and like nods to whoever's taking watch and begins to bed down in the bed where that bugbear should have slept. Gray, Damon, would you guys like to do anything?
I am just stroking the newfound hair of my pinata.
Okay, how have you affixed this? Because it's not like you're gonna slap it on there and it's gonna stick like it's a video game upgrade. You gotta put some like adhesive. I understand that there's some like viscera there, but that's not a binding agent.
I slap it on there,
Mhm.
and if it starts to slip, I just push it back up.
Okay, so that's how you stroke it. You stroke it down and then stroke it back up and then stroke it down and then stroke it back up.
We'll
Yeah,
get
man.
some glue for it when we get home. We'll get her hair on right. We'll have her look nice. We'll take her to a salon, have them paint it, curl it.
Senor Damon, Mr. I don't have to sleep. Do you have a before everybody else goes to bedtime ritual?
No, not really. I'm just gonna chill my attention.
Daisy, you're pretty loud, whatever it is you're doing.
Looking for something?
Heard that.
I got it. Sorry.
You're good. Can we get a pinata emote? Yeah, honestly, let's do that. That's a good idea. But we can't obviously do the exact emote of the exact way that this pinata looks.
Not right now.
Big oof and pinata. Thank you, charming barbarian. So you guys are bedding down for the night. Damon, where would you like to make stasis?
Wasn't there like a little cubby hole right by the entrance to the room that we're in?
Yeah, there was a little hidey hole. Gray took advantage of it.
Right in there.
Ooh, this one struck me again. Damn it. So with the long rest, if everybody hasn't already applied that, go ahead and do that.
Once everybody. Oh, sorry. Okay, we're good. Never mind. I'll do it tomorrow morning.
What are we doing tomorrow morning?
Nothing.
Okay. Apply your long rest, sir.
I'll take it. Get that spell back.
All right. So who would be first to awaken in the morning? It's just certainly not Gorthog.
Probably me.
Oh, yeah.
I only have to be in that stasis mode for 4 hours.
Really? That's pretty cool.
I can't do any heavy activity until 8 hours, but
Still, you could just, lay there, walk around, rest.
make breakfast, even though I don't need to eat.
All right, Mister. I don't have taste buds. What are you making?
He has no idea.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Filet
I would
Robinson.
be the second one waking up and just kind of give him some of my seasonings and spices and things that I keep carried on me. And I would go use the restroom and have a little prayer.
I just start throwing random shit into a pot.
All right, random shit into a pot. You got a little bit of bugbear meat. Got a little bit of goblin fingers. You got some oregano from O'Trill. You got a salt pile from Gorthog.
Let's see if it's any good.
Yeah, let's go ahead and give me a performance with disadvantage.
That's what I was thinking too.
That's smart.
Oh, one of them was a nat 20. The other was an 8.
For a total of
16 total.
not a terrible dish. You actually you clip the fingernails off of the goblin fingers, so they roast actually pretty good, and they act like a little miniature chicken wing. That's my fiance, everybody. That's funny. But you didn't find any like vegetables or anything, but the goblin fingers and the bugbear meat go pretty well with the oregano and salt. It's not so much your traditional breakfast, but it'll do. Combined with some trail rations, it'll definitely fill your belly for the morning.
I'll walk up after using the restroom and having prayer, and I'll just grab a couple and be like, sausages, smart, and just start eating them.
They are some bony sausages.
What would you? I really don't care. No, I just keep eating it. Well, no.
Better that you don't know.
Gorthog doesn't give a shit. He'll eat it. He knows what it is. That's not bad. We've eaten goblin before. Gray, are you participating?
Has anybody looked at Gray yet?
That's not that. Gorthog's not paying anybody really any mind. He's going through his morning routine.
Can I get a perception check from you?
From me?
If anybody looks at Gray, you'll notice that he's been awake and just staring at the ceiling, and nobody's quite sure how long. Not even Gray.
Sounds like something I would do.
Yeah, he's not really paying you no mind. He would come over and see if your eyes are open. Indeed, he'd be like, "Hey, there's food done. Well, we should probably get through the rest of this, huh?" And at this point, it is. Let's see. You guys got here midday the previous day and fought for a couple of hours. So an 8-hour rest would put you probably somewhere in the wee early morning.
Word. Upon Gorthog saying that, I will put my feet like 90 degrees straight up in the air, and then turn and tumble out of bed.
That's pretty neat.
And make my way over to the Goblin Fingies.
The Goblin Fingies. They're pretty good. Pretty good. Damon did a good job.
Woo!
Somebody should buy that man a pot and pan from Corvus.
Maybe I didn't forget everything.
I try to feed a couple to the pinata.
They definitely go in it. They definitely go in the pinata. You can hear them. If you move it around a little bit, shake it up a little bit, you hear. That's
Nice.
the noise that happened in my brain, so you had to hear it too. Oh god, that's disgusting. Okay. Anyway, so Gorthog puts on his armor again, puts his maces. Those are the things that he uses for weapons, and he nudges at the doors. He's like, "So we're doing this?"
I'm ready when you guys are.
He goes to the one represented with the number 1 and pulls it, and then waits for somebody else to follow suit.
I just need to pack up my things, aka my dog's outside and won't come in yet. 1 second.
Okay.
But continue.
Oh, this is it. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay. I'll put my backpack on so that way it's on the front end, and I'll put the pinata in there. Who, if anybody's been listening, they have heard Gray call the pinata Nina.
Mhm.
So I'll put Nina in there so her head's poking out.
Okay, so you got a baby carrier.
Yeah.
Okay, checking. I'm tracking. Okay. Damon, are you doing anything in preparation, or are you just?
I'll go ahead and do one of my what are they called?
Spirit table.
Yeah,
There's Damon.
Tales from Beyond.
Features and traits. Tales from Beyond.
Her name was Nina. She was a showgirl.
Shut up. I'm just kidding. I love you. You have a very lovely voice. You can serenade me all night long. Give me that roll, big dog. What you got?
5.
A 5. Tale of the Avenger. Ooh. For 1 minute, any creature. Okay. Jesus.
I want to know. Read it out loud.
It says for 1 minute, any creature that hits the target with a melee hits the target with a melee attack takes force damage equal to a roll of your bardic inspiration die. I'm assuming you're the target.
No, I can
I
choose
am.
to use it on whoever I want,
Okay,
whenever I
cool.
want.
Easy enough. How long does that energy stay stored?
Until I roll on that table again or take a long rest.
I feel like we're going to talk about that every session.
But yeah, as of
Where-
right now, the energy is just swirling around me.
Yeah, he's got that crystal ball vibe going. He pulls it out with his ghost hands like he does, and then he's got this ball of little swirly light ball of energy. It doesn't give off too much light, but it's there.
Would you allow me, before we walk into the door, to prep Bane in preparation of seeing something?
So to prepare a spell, you would have to use it by the end of your turn, or by the end of the combat turn, or I'm sorry, the beginning. You would have to use it before your turn comes up again. So you'd have 6-second window to turn it up or to use it, or be.
I mean, it's just a cantrip anyway, right?
Bane is a level. It's a level 1 spell.
It's a level 1 spell.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll lose the spell slot if it's not used within 6 seconds of preparing it. I would advise against that.
Yeah.
So if you want to go ahead and pull up that secondary, or go to the second screen so you can see what you guys are walking into once you pull those arms. Because I told you last session, you guys already figured out the puzzle. You just got to pull the arms 1, 2, 3, 4, and then those doors are open.
Warthog's on number 1.
Gorthog he'll stay 1 foot to the left of Otril, behind him.
Okay.
You've got point, Otril.
I assumed.
Unless Gray wants to stealth ahead. That does seem like a Gray thing.
If Gray wants to, I'll join him.
Before you take off... No, we're good. Go ahead.
Can we see into there at all?
There's a staircase leading up. You can see up the staircase, but nothing really detailed beyond
Are
that.
Are there any torches?
Yeah, there's some flickering of light at the top of the stairs for sure.
Okay.
It's bouncing off the walls. It's not like at the very top of the stairs. It's prominent.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I'll slink up and try to suss out what's up there.
All right, give me that stealth checkerino.
I'll
Sweet.
stick like 10 feet behind him.
Okie dokie artichoke, you're 10 feet behind him. I'll take stealth checks from both of you.
17.
27.
17 and 27.
Yep.
Good lord.
As they start to walk away, I'm going to give them Eyes of the Night as well.
Okay, so you
Just
have
in
dark
case.
vision out to 300 feet, so you can see
Yeah.
forever.
Yeah, just in case.
Perfect. So
How long does
yeah,
that
you.
last?
I think it was an hour.
I think.
Oh,
it's
how
an
long
hour.
does it last? 1 hour.
Oh,
Nice.
You got it for an hour. So you come to the top of the. So you open the door. You hear and see the iron doors that are just slabs of iron. They jut into the wall on their respective sides, into their respective sides, and then you and Damon slink off into the quote unquote darkness and get to the top of the stairs. And you hear, I think the goblins found out and you hear a door close and you hear the shuffling of some furniture. But with your dark vision, give me a perception check, both of you, please, and thank you.
21.
Can I see where the torches are?
There'd be torches just like every 10 or so feet, but they're not torches. You see, they are those little light bulb thing that you saw at the.
They have electricity here.
Yeah, you hear this low with your. What was your perception check, Damon?
6.
Okay, so you
Yeah,
don't
he
hear
hears
it. You don't hear shit. You don't see shit. But Damon, Gray with you said had a 21.
Mm-hmm.
You hear a low whirring and a humming. You see all of the light bulbs. You see all of these statues just all around. They're all intricately carved. They're all in different poses with various things around them, on them. Some of them being gladiator types with swords and shields. Some of them being just the person with a book open looking worried. Somebody that has an arrow notched and ready to go. And then above this rug here, I have it represented because I can't show the ceiling. But attached to the ceiling, you see this big, monstrous skull with one circular eye socket. It is dead and filled to the brim with actual candles.
That's
And
awesome.
these little slits or these little holes in the skull lead you to believe that this thing had some sort of appendages coming off the top of its head.
Gotcha.
With a 21, you could tell that the whirring of whatever noise is coming from your left, the right side of the map, but your left coming into the room. This wooden door right here, you can hear the whirring behind it.
Okay.
Do we think that was the door that got shut?
That one, no, that one, it was actually farther away, the door that got shut.
Okay.
It was definitely not that close. Well, Gray would know. You were following Gray's footsteps and were just like trying too hard to be stealthy. You know what I'm saying? You when you concentrate too hard and all of your perception just goes down the window.
Yeah, kind of got tunnel vision or
Yeah. Tunnel
Hearing.
vision. That's...
okay.
So what you doing, Gray? You got all this information.
I'll slink back down, turn around, look at Damon, and let's go back downstairs, meet up with Gorthog and Trill. And I'll let them know that. So it's a little weird. They have electricity in here, which I haven't seen a whole lot of since I left Levington. I hadn't seen it until I actually got to Corvus.
This chorus was the first time I'd seen it. It seems pretty.
Ew.
Like, where do you think they're drawing power from? Something?
I'm
They
not
had that
sure.
massive thing just to run like a small building or two in Corvus.
Exactly. And at the top of the stairs, off to the left, there was a door where I could hear. I don't know if you noticed in Corvus, but when you hear electricity or that power that creates electricity, it generates a bit of a hum.
You could you would have definitely heard the hum walking past the Magno
Yeah.
Lab a couple of times up and down the city square.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't hear it here though. I mean, it seemed pretty.
Well, it's not very loud. You typically have to be close to the source in order to hear it.
Ales and Scales in the chat. What's up?
Hey, what's up, guys? Appreciate you stopping in.
Nice to see you guys. We're just describing a really cool room. Anyway, what was going on? You were relaying information. Sorry, Gray.
Yeah. So so they seem to have some way of generating this power closed
Do you
off
think
up
they have
there,
a
which is very weird.
Small Magna Lab here?
They could.
What do you
I just
think
haven't
of-
seen anything on this scale before, this small scale before. Also, up there, they have just what appears to be statues littered all over in various poses and forms. But my favorite part is going to be the giant skull hanging from the ceiling with its eye socket filled with candles.
And its jaw. Oh, its huge jaw.
I mean, it's got a big old jaw, but my favorite part's the eye socket.
For sure.
So, I don't know. Feels like home to me.
I say we. Should we make ourselves a home? How do we approach this? It seems like they've got us kind of at a disadvantage behind this door.
Well,
You guys are now like behind the iron door, but at the foot of the staircase leading into the room that Gray just described.
does anybody know if Marquise had any hand in generating that electric power in Corvus?
I have no idea.
I don't know much about the guy. Other than he seemed like he knew his way around a workshop, I would imagine he probably might have had something to do with construction of it or parts of it or something. I mean,
Just curious if this might be his hole in the wall.
I didn't
See,
wouldn't have
also-
thought so until now, but hearing this, I would imagine yes. He's found a way
Yeah,
to get
no.
electricity out here, and we just there's not a lot of use for electricity other than light. And I mean, obviously, other things. That room was so cold in Corvus. But why? Why does he need it here? Is my thing. Why all the way out here? What is he really up to?
I mean, it is a really nice convenience.
I don't think he's doing it for convenience, though, is he?
But I guess there's like some people up there or whatever because I think they may have heard us. They were talking about how they think the goblins figured out how to do something and then shut a door. So there's still more up there, but I don't know more of what.
Well, I guess we go find out.
All right. Dragons first, and I'll motion up the stairs for Otril to go first.
I will ready myself, and as I do, I just kind of pull my shield up in front of me and murmur some words, and I will go ahead and use an action to give myself Vigilant Blessing, and I have advantage on my next initiative roll.
Hell yeah, nice. The Twilight Prince or the Twilight Mistress is all about that. Your
She is a
holy
gracious
symbol,
god.
your holy symbol glows with acknowledgement that yeah, she's got your back. You're gonna be a little bit more alert when you get up these stairs.
It's all I wanted.
So you get up to the top of the stairs. Which way are you taking them, Motril? You got point.
We head up, and I guess as we're starting to near, which door?
Give me a perception check real quick so I can see if you hear the whirring.
Okay. And I have 300 foot of dark vision at all
Word.
for the whirring. Okay.
Yeah, you see everything that Gray pointed out.
Percepzione?
Perception.
15 total.
15 total. Yeah, you would hear the whirring. It's coming from your left through that wooden door.
All right. Then yeah, I'll head in towards that.
Okay,
As I
go
get to
ahead.
the door, I guess I just bust in.
All right, give me a strength check.
Gladly. It'll be 14.
14. That'll kick the door into off one hinge and into the room a little bit.
You just
Yeah,
kind of
you've got
shield ram through it.
Yeah, you go into the room. There's nothing of real interest. You see two pits where there could be a fireplace or a fire lit. But once you get through the door, the whirring definitely multiplies by like 100-fold. It goes, it just sounds like a big ball of electricity in the next room. And if you have if you line yourself up with that little slit in that wall, you can actually see where that fountain is. I don't have anything to represent a Magno lab in my map maker, so that fountain is just this big Tesla coil looking thing, and behind it you see a statue with a wand pointed at said
Magnalab.
yeah, and you just hear and you can see sparks of this electricity just getting grounded by these big iron bars and rods just shoved into the stone wall, so that way it doesn't come flying out of that doorway. But it's got a pretty self-contained little electric generator here. But that's all you see in this room. Nothing
Okay.
really of interest other than the generator.
I have a few questions as to how these Magnalabs might actually work, and but without really getting too deep into that, I'll just tell them that I'll turn. So I believe this is just containment for the electricity before it's ran out to whatever he's using it for. These statues, though,
Mm-hmm.
I don't. There's something off about them.
Are you investigating them? And if you
Not
are,
the one in the Magna Lab, but I will back up and out and
how close is the party following behind Otril? Because Gorthog would probably be right behind you, and he'd murmur something in your ear when getting into that room. He'd be like, "I've seen the Magno Lab before. I've never seen anything like that. That's pretty neat."
It's not how that works then.
I mean, it has one of those, but bigger inside of it. But this looks like a prototype, if you ask me.
Stolen. Maybe copied.
So you back up into the room. How far is the rest of the party? Did they come into that room with Otrill?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah,
well,
you-
then take a look at this.
Yeah,
I thought they were
Let's get
outside the door still. I didn't
let's get
realize.
some role
Okay.
play in. There you go.
Ah,
I can't say
How
I've ever
much
seen
do
it
you-
like that before.
yeah. How much do you know about these things, Gray? You seem to be from a city that's pretty fluent with power.
I mean, I never messed around in the Magno lab, but my house was provided powers from said Magno lab. Been near it, have not toyed around with it myself though.
Okay. Well, I think that this is just a power storage unit. Maybe we move elsewhere.
Uh,
This doesn't feel entirely
is it,
safe.
are any of you proficient in Arcana?
I think I am.
If you are, I'll take an Arcana check, but
I'm
only
not.
if you're proficient.
Yeah, I am.
Go for it.
Something about this. Just there's this wizard statue in the back, and I don't know. Maybe I just don't understand how these things work. But why do you need a statue in there? We're not. There's just. And it looks like the wizard is casting a spell. He's like holding his wand out, and yeah, I don't know. I don't know enough about this subject.
I would like to get a peer closer at that wizard statue who is
Are you
interacting.
getting into the room with the whirring and the?
No.
I'm not going to get into the room. I'll stick my head like a little bit into the crack to get like a closer look at it. But I'm not going to go into the room.
I got an 8 for Arcana.
Nice.
8 for Arcana. Rip
Hell
in
yeah, dude.
peace.
What do you mean? That's good rolls.
I wanted to see. I thought there was something I could do to add to it, but I guess not.
No
With an
flashy
8.
genius.
Oh, Flash of Genius. No,
Poor
with an
little
8,
artificer.
I would.
I do get something. It's just I don't think I have it yet. Or there it is. Knowledge from past life. When you
Ooh.
make an ability check that uses a skill, you can roll a d6 immediately after seeing the number on the d20 and add the number on the d6 to the check. You can do this twice per long rest.
Ooh, nice.
Can you do it 2
You can
times
make
on
an
one
improv.
roll?
No.
Okay.
That's a 6, so it's 14.
Hell yeah.
14 total. Hell yeah. So with a 14, you're very foggy because you don't have a lot of your old memories, but you come to a point like of clarity. It's just like, oh, that's a symbol of I don't know the schools of electricity by DM hands, but like there's a sigil in the air, and you see one of the electricity arcs just into this sigil and disappear. You don't know what the sigil did, what it said, but you just see this ungrounded electricity disappear in thin air.
I don't know much about electricity, but I don't think it's supposed to do that.
Maybe it is.
I don't understand any of this. Like I said, my city doesn't have any of this complexity to it. I do not know.
Maybe that's how it works. Maybe it's generated here and it goes out elsewhere, provides power.
But where? It's just going into those rods.
Do we think that wand on the statue has anything to do with it?
I think the whole statue has something to do with it, but I don't know what yet. My
Yeah, I
mind
tried to-
runs to some freakishly fantastical magic that's draining the sorcerer's power for the election. I don't know. I don't know enough about this subject. I don't know. I am
Could
really
be.
frazzled by electricity. Like shockingly stupid when it comes to electricity.
Does anybody think it's a bad idea if I try to remove the wand?
I don't know if it's any kind of idea, good or bad. I
See,
know, and I just like stand at the door and wait.
That could be a conduit to power, or it could be a containment field to stop it from expanding.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe we should leave this alone for now and see if we can talk to the people that are here.
Yeah.
Because it sounded like they were goblins based on them saying they think the goblins found a way through.
All right. Is anybody watching the door?
I am.
Okay. All right. Maybe we circle back to this.
I say
Maybe we
we
just
try
try
to
to
get
wait
some
here.
answers. Let's make progress on forward. Let's find someone that can answer questions.
Let's do it.
I'll start heading out the door. Yep, kind of not getting on the rug, but coming around it.
Okay.
Can I see
Not-
that door behind the statues, or the statues imposing?
Give me a second. I'm on.
Or
Oh yeah, with your dark vision out to so many thousands of feet, yeah, you can definitely see in between. Like they're not huge statues; they're people. Just they have gaps between them. You can definitely see a wooden door in between. If you're like searching the wall behind it, you can definitely see the wooden door back there.
Well, I do see a door ahead of us. Shoved back.
The statues in front of us now, they're not interacting with anything like that other statue was, though, yeah?
No, all these statues are just sitting in this neat little area. It looks like it was just carved for them to be there.
I'll go up to the first one on what would be our right if we walk through the doorway and get a closer look at it if I could.
I'm sorry, which one are you looking at?
So coming through the stairway, the one straight ahead to the right,
Your right or character right?
character right.
So the top left one here at this spear.
Yes. Yep.
Gotcha. It is this. It looks like a simple merchant. He's standing there like he has this disbelieving face on his face. He's just, and he's a little gnome, just chilling with a ponytail. He's got a couple of bags on his back. He's got a couple of satchels on his hilt. A little short sword on his hip.
Okay.
But he's
what's this? What's up?
it's really intricately carved too, super intricate.
Okay.
So, seeing him looking at some of those statues, I'll start looking at a few of them around here. Do they all seem to have that same, like, disbelief on their face? Do they all seem to have a same theme here? Almost like they were, frozen in place?
Yeah, you could say they're frozen in place. Some of them have a very prideful look, like they actually didn't see them getting petrified coming. Like one of the archers, he's got his bow knocked and drawn, and it looks like he was ready to loose the killing blow, and the whatever beast did this to him got the upper hand right at the last second, and this smirk on his face just says that whole story.
Are there any goblins?
Gray.
No goblins. Actually, tucked away in that room, I did forget to put body markers in there, but you could assume that it was Jordy and Blammo, the dead bodies of Jordy and Blammo, the two
Gotcha.
missing goblins from last session.
Yeah, I was wondering if they got petrified or not. Okay.
Gray, do your statues look like they weren't expecting to? How are the faces on your
Yes.
statues?
They look like they weren't expecting. You got it.
Do the feet look like they're connected to the ground, or like?
Yes. Well, no. Most of them look like they have been broken from whatever point they could have been, and actually positioned in this little caravan, or in this little section. And Gray, with the 21 earlier, I should have mentioned this. I totally forgot. Here in the middle, here right here, here right here, and here right here. I can't really describe that any better. But like the 5 central points of the room, there's pillars that look to be natural rock, but carved smooth like the walls of the previous section and in the inside of the Magno Lab room. But the walls on the outside and inside of the Magno Lab walls look as if they were just jutted up out of the ceiling, or out of the floor and connect with the ceiling. So you could put 2 and 2 together that this used to be a beast slayer overtaken by a wizard who did not give a shit that these people were petrified, so he artistically placed most of them here.
Okay. A lot of I don't know, the walls back there to out here just don't seem natural. They seem like they were shaped by magic.
Do you think we need to be watching for something that could freeze us this way?
Oh, most certainly.
I just kind of like keep myself prepared and, head on a swivel, looking around. Oh no. Well, let's should we get out of this room? Push forward?
As of right now, I would say that most of you are scattered about this room, looking at various statues, just like kind of whisper shouting at each other, if not telepathically.
I would be. This is all really weird to me. I don't think I'd be using telepathy. I don't think I would have thought to use telepathy in this situation. I think I would just be like, "Hey, Gray,"
Razzle.
just like, "Dude, what's like? This is sketchy."
This is a whole new world for you.
I don't like this room. I don't like what's going on in the chamber to the side of me. I want to move forward.
Well, you've got 2 unexplored doors with your exploration. You've got the one on the bottom, and you got the one on the top left.
Where do you which way?
I'll since I'm on that left side of us character right, I'll motion to everybody else to like look at the door behind me and see if they want to go in or not. I'll give like a yes nod or a no nod.
I'll nod yes. I'll head that way.
Gorthog's gonna follow Otril. You gonna kick this one in, or should I?
Yeah, we should do it quietly.
Well,
Gray open the doors for now. Have Gray look in for now, and then we'll decide where to go to.
Okie dokie.
Yeah.
So we're all moving to the character, right?
Yeah.
So this side right here. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
Gray, what are you doing with this door?
Is there a keyhole?
There is a keyhole.
I would like to peer through it, but not so close that I can get stabbed through it.
Give me a perception check with disadvantage.
A 9.
With a 9, you can see there is definitely a couple tables and a rug in there with just the line of sight straight forward. It's pretty well lit. There's no sounds coming from this room that you can hear anyway.
All right. I'll get like a breaching position and put like my back to the wall and like put my hand on the doorknob,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll see if everybody else has their weapons ready.
Yes.
Oh yeah, Gorthog's got 2. He's double fisting.
All right. So then with my free hand, I'll open the door.
It definitely opens. It's not locked. No traps triggered.
Oh, coffee.
Lucky motherfuckers. I'm
All
not
right.
gonna throw traps in my first dungeon. Come on. That's too mean.
It's too obvious. That's why we're not.
Anyway,
looking
so acid falls from the sky. Give me a dexterity
for
save.
it. Yeah. The floor falls out. Things fall from above, and things come from the sides.
You see the sigil turn the floor into lava. Now,
Yeah.
you're
The
fucked.
floor is lava. No, we have 5 seconds by rule to get up on something higher.
The statues start melting. Oh my god, no.
No.
So yeah, no, that's what you breach the door and you just see this well-lit makeshift laboratory. Just a couple beakers here, couple things there. What are more science words, guys? Bunsen burner,
Bunsen burners. Yeah, 6 of them.
goggles,
2 per student.
Don't forget the
Erlenmeyer
goggles. The UV light goggle holder tray to kill all of the germs from when each student has to wear it each period.
Can I make a medicine check to look things around and see what's happening?
Absolutely, you can.
It's a 7.
7. There's just a couple like herbs and spices. What looks like just scattered about some of these tables.
I'll grab a handful of items and things.
I'll grab a handful of items. I will give you a handful of one of my special bag of tricks. Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah. See this? It's always smart to just grab random shit.
Sometimes.
Especially in a laboratory.
Especially
but
when you
that's
have.
smart to mix them together.
Yeah, yeah. And then if it doesn't work the first time, don't read anything. Just do it again.
Give me like. I've got a whole bunch of stuff I got to read real quick. I'm gonna grab like 3 or 4 of them, assign them a number, and then let you roll for what you get.
My roll is 2.
Okay. Well, don't do that.
Okay.
Well, then I'll just tell you, you get another Grumplum.
Okay. I mean, I'll look around for anybody in the room. You know what? Yeah, I mix all the chemicals.
That's a terrible idea. Somebody call Torian. Let him know what's happening.
Oh, he's right there.
Hey, Torian.
Where's Torian?
uh,
Oh, what the fuck?
is he in chat?
No, he's on the. He's look at the cameras.
How did he do that?
It was that smoke bomb. It went wrong. It swapped the forest for the Torian. He was supposed to leave and come back. We're making fun of you killing yourself in a laboratory.
It happened 2 times.
Yeah, back to back.
It happened 2 times within 30 seconds.
Your awesome friend had to put his only 12 points of healing into your body. You're welcome. I think it was 9 points at that time, though. Oh,
Love you too, buddy.
Yes, sir. Did Forrest die?
That was so much fun. That was a good time. Mario,
No, he probably
just...
Something in the microwave.
He probably more from me.
Oh, that poor unfortunate soul.
That ass though.
So, sorry, I was looking up something that you could have. I'm gonna give you some deep glow.
Dick glow.
Yeah, I'll send you a screenshot of this shit real quick. Let me move that out of the way. Screenshot over to Granddaddy Daddy. Where's my chat with Granddaddy Daddy? And picture to you. Congratulations, you now have that. I need to read it too.
Wah, 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 wah. Oh. Oh.
Oh. So,
Sorry, I grabbed one at random. That's not very useful, but it's there. That's what you get. You could write on things.
Yeah. No, this has use.
I'm excited to see what you come up with. I'll say that this is actually in a pot because it says once it's picked, it does the thing. So it's in a pot. It's got roots and everything. So it's not
It's not been picked yet.
It's not been picked yet.
I will take the
So,
pot.
You now have a little tiny
A pot of deep
tiny
glow.
plant. Congratulations, you
Is
are
there more
like.
than one bulb, or is it just the one bulb on it?
I'll say there's
The
3.
one. Yeah. Dope.
Yeah.
Cool, man. Thank you. I'll cherish it forever and ever.
Till you use it or forget it. It's fine.
No, I'll find a use for it. I already have some ideas, especially being a cop in this game.
Give yourself some bioluminescent camouflage.
No, I can have like set up stings with it and shit. You know what I mean? Put some gold in there and like rub it on some gold, and then they take the gold and their hands are stained, and I'm like, ah ha ha.
Mark Bills.
Why is that the most creative thing I've ever heard in D&D? That's great. Good job.
That's what
If
I
you don't
do,
have
man.
inspiration, give it to yourself.
I'm the druid that ate a man as a shark.
That's and then you turn into a.
Then I turned back
In
into
the
a
air.
Well, it was in the water. I flew through the air, dove into the water, turned into a shark, ate the man, came back out of the water, turned into a bird.
He needs some milk.
Yeah, boy, some milk.
All right, so yeah, that's basically what you find in this here room. Is there's a couple books on alchemy, ingredients, potions, and stuff that could be made on those bookshelves. There's a little work desk in front of that fireplace where you could assume whoever is here just likes to work on their stuff, and they got a couple ongoing projects on some of these tables.
Can I take
and-
one of the alchemy books and one of the potions books for Theodore?
Yeah, go ahead, grab those, mark them down, and don't let me forget to put some pages in those books.
Okay. Yeah, it's your character, so.
Yeah. Well, I when I say there's books, doesn't mean I put words in them.
Oh, you better.
These pages are blank. I'll wait for Forrest's return before we get into the thick of it.
Can you believe he's trying to eat?
I do.
The thick of it.
You know, I'm a hungry
Not
boy
fucking thick
too.
of it.
I mean, what else are we seeing there besides plants and beakers and books?
Nothing. This is basically just a little makeshift apothecary, a little study.
Okay. Do I recognize any of like the ingredients lying around?
Give me a nature check.
No.
Okay, I got that written down. I got it saved.
I
Heard.
got 5.
With a 5, I'll let you identify what O'Trill just took. It's called Deep Glow. It is this. It's basically like a very green, leafy, lettuce-looking stuff. But since it's a little baby bulb right now, it looks like little baby Brussels sprouts. And he's got 3 little baby Brussels sprouts in this pot that he put in his pack. You've seen this stuff at local apothecaries. It's really something they put on there to make money because they get it by like a pound of it for a silver and they sell it for an ounce for gold. So then they make money hand over fist on this kind of stuff. The deep glow mushroom will continue. Oh, sorry. Method of preparation. For the adventurer traveling underground, all that is needed to separate the mushroom from the wall with a sharp knife. They can also be torn, but they are likely to crumble apart. The deep glow mushroom will continue to it like gives off this small light when it's picked. It's a dim light out to 60 feet for an hour after they're picked. And once the hour expires, the radius reduced by 5 feet every minute until the light is completely out. Side effects: handling the mushroom too roughly will leave a glowing green stain on creature for 1 hour. Any attempt to use stealth are made at disadvantage during that time period. So you could effectively, it's basically like if you take a handful of this shit and smear it on somebody, it's basically like fairy fire for one person, I guess. Well, stealth checks, I guess. Not advantage on attack rolls, but disadvantage on stealth rolls. So it's pretty cool. Anything else you'd like to do before we leave this room?
I'm good.
Break everything. Cops was in here. Break it all.
I mean, make me a strength check.
Book him, Danny. No, I don't.
If you're gonna go full bull in a china shop, let's go.
All right.
Are you really?
It's an 11 to just bust some beakers.
You take one beaker and throw it at a Bunsen burner that has a beaker over top of it, but it's not lit. It just looks prepared. And you're the one that played the bottle toss game. Yeah, you remember back to that moment, and you actually nail that beaker off the Bunsen burner, no problem.
Hell yeah. That's what I do.
So that is room number 2, the laboratory. Anybody? So there's only one room left, guys. What's gonna happen?
We're going in that bitch.
All right. Who's pushing it in? Who's trying the door? Who's doing what?
I'll go first if you want to open it. I'll push in.
If you want to do the pushing, go ahead and give me a strength check.
If you don't want to, I can go through myself. But you know, it's your call.
Who are you talking to?
I'll open it for you guys to storm in.
Go ahead and give me a strength check, whoever is doing the opening.
That way he can open it and step back, and then I can wait a split second and then charge in. This has to be the room.
Why don't we just knock?
They won't answer, and then they run.
I don't know.
Okay, well, I got a 15.
I mean, they already know we're here.
The door is locked, but you manage to like break the hinge. Not at the hinge itself, but like the door frame, kind of where the wood is inserted into the stone. You break it a little bit, but then you're met with a kunk, as the door caves in a little bit, and you can peer in and see that there is a large bookcase in your way.
Hmm.
Shall I?
You most certainly shall.
I
Go
fucking
for it.
run that shit over.
Go ahead and give me strength check.
So natural 20
Natural mother friggin' 20. God,
for
I
a total
love you.
of 21.
So you would definitely fly through the remainder of this door, past Gray, and you would bust through this freaking bookshelf. There's no books on it, but there's a bookshelf on the ground. It's pretty decimated at this point, and you like step on the remains as it goes crunching. Give me a very quick perception check.
I fuck doors.
I love lamp.
Real fake doors.
17.
17. Okay, so here's what you see. I'm gonna paint you a picture real quick. You see a bed to the right, and around that you see a bed, and in front of that you see some chests. You know, like the picture I painted earlier says. But on that rug right there, there is a expended teleportation circle,
Son of a bitch.
and in front of it, and on top of it, you see a dark complected, blue robed man who is frantically like twirling a grappling hook and throwing it up in the air, and he looks at you as you bust through the door, and he goes, "Oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck," and then the grappling hook tumbles down. He goes, god damn it," and that's where we're gonna roll initiative.
Hello, friend. Went through a lot of trouble tracking you down.
With that perception check, I will say that you can see a glass vial empty with a cork on the desk over here. Not sure what kind of vial it was, what was in it, but there was definitely a vial. And then over here on this thing, there is what looks to be a hastily put together concoction. It looks like he was trying to do something real fast, but couldn't complete it. And now he is sitting there gearing up for something. And then back here in this corner, you see a red tiefling chained to a slab.
She's still breathing, can I tell? Alive? Can't tell.
She's gagged, so you would assume so.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so Marquise is here, and let's go for that initiative. You've got your bonus.
16.
Don't forget. 16. Sorry, let me get a blank page here.
Oh, I can't wait. I'm so excited.
Me too.
So sad.
I got an 8.
Got a shredded team.
Just gonna call him Mark. Damon, what'd you have?
8.
And then Otrill, I'm sorry.
16.
Okay, so Otrill. What's your dexterity modifier? Which roll?
1 second. Was looking at my options for spells.
You're good, man.
And I went the wrong way. Okay. Dex modifier is a +1.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a d20 and don't add any modifiers. Just tell me what it is.
Shut your whore mouth. 9.
All right. I got a 19, so Mark goes before Otrill.
Who?
His name is Marquise, but I'm putting him down as Mark on my
Yeah.
sheet.
Yeah, I'm sure. Is he bald?
Yes, he is. Actually, thank you for reminding me to describe him a little bit. Yeah, he's bald. He's very handsome. He's super handsome. He's got.
Would you say
nice...
if he was in like a shining light down, like there would be this glint, like this shine off his head?
Yeah, he'd look
Could
like
he
Parker.
almost pass as a holy man?
Sure.
Okay.
That's
all I needed.
And then Damon.
If any check fails, what is the rule about trying again? You have to wait until your next turn?
What kind of
It's not
check you?
Like if any check, say I was trying to do that strength check just now and I failed it, could I just continue to try again?
I mean, if we're in combat, or if we're not in combat, I'd make time progress, yes, and I'd make the DC more difficult with each attempt because A, you're growing more tired, and B, you're growing more frustrated. But I would let that happen outside of combat, yeah. But inside of combat, it'd be one strength check per action. But first and foremost, we are going to hit up the top of the order with Gray. Gray, you are still outside of the room. O'Trill just brushed past you, and you heard, oh, fuck, oh, shit, oh, fuck! And it wasn't a voice you're familiar
Found him.
I'll notch a bow, and I'll say, "Don't move, or else I get to kill you."
Is that your turn?
I mean, if he tries to attack us, I'll let the arrow loose.
Heard that. So that is you're preparing an attack action. Heard.
Sure.
Dope.
Those are words.
Can do on that. After Gray goes Marquise. He is already in the motions of doing some weird glyphs, and you can see these archonic runes and sigils become prevalent in the air, and he mashes them together, and then his whole body becomes coated in these little tiny fractals and little bits of arcane sigils just bouncing off of him. That's one of his spell slots. Does he have a bonus action?
I told him not to move.
I mean, if you want to shoot him while he's doing this, you can. He's not moving. He's not moving towards you nor attacking any of your foes. He's just buffing himself real quick.
Well, he should have stopped that because I rolled 22.
Right, that'll hit regardless of the spell he just cast. Will it though? Because I can do shield. I'll let this happen because he is casting the spell. So yeah, this one will hit.
Okay, for 9.
9 damage, heard.
9 piercing.
You see the arrow hit, and the blood start to trickle, but it's nowhere near as much blood as you thought it would be.
Okay.
And that was Mark's reaction. So I still have bonus action. I don't think I gave him very many. Nope, I did not give him any. Okay. Well, I gave him 1, but that's later. All right, after Mark goes O'Trill. Regale me. I will give you a sense of where he is because I know we don't have minis on this map. Allow me to center that a little better. We are in this room. O'Trill just came in and bashed through here. Gray just fired an arrow through here. Our mage in question is here, and our damsel in distress is here.
Well, as per usual, instantly pull out have my spiritual weapon apparate, my glaive. I would have it rush directly towards him and try to stab him into his left thigh. That would be a 25 to hit.
25 to hit. Will he be able to save that with shield? I don't think so. He's not a dumb duelist. 14 plus. You said you hit with a what?
25.
Okay, yeah, that would definitely hit. When he casts shield, his AC goes up to 20. Please, nobody let me forget that.
Total of 8 damage.
This is slashing?
I specified for piercing.
Okay, got it. You see that this guy comes, or that the spiritual weapon flies forward in this very majestic twilight glaive. It soars through the air as if it were an arrow, and just the tip of it catches his thigh like the way you want it, and just the same with Gray's arrow. The blood starts to pour, but it's not as much as you thought it would be.
But is it in his thigh?
It's there. You're not like deep inside of him,
right?
Like you were that goblin last session.
Currently in his thigh.
Yeah, you got a glaive in his thigh.
Okay, all right. And then I would like to. I'm gonna go ahead and use a breath weapon on him.
Ooh, that's a bonus action, isn't it?
A Dex 14. No, it's an action.
Okay. Oh, sorry. I was looking at your spell list wrong. I thought spiritual weapon was an action for a second. My
No,
fault. You
spiritual
got
weapons bonus action, breath weapon action.
it. Gotcha.
Dex 14.
Dex 14. I don't have physical dice. Get a +1 modifier. I rolled a 15 on the dice. 16.
Alrighty.
Is it still half damage?
Takes on a successful take, it takes half as much. Yep.
Okay, cool. Go ahead and roll me that beautiful bean damage.
That'd be 7, rounded down to what, 3, 4? You go up or
7.
down? You round
7.
up or down. So.
Let's go up just for funsies,
Okay.
unless it specifies down. So 4. That's necrotic damage.
Yes.
Okay, so he is going to get encompassed in this black and silver smoke that comes out of Otrill's billowing breath, and he proceeds to breathe a little bit of it in. Excuse me, weird hiccups when I talk sometimes. And he proceeds to breathe it in a little bit, and as he exhales, some golden life force energy proceeds to pour out of his nose and his mouth, but then you can see him, you see that the breath was kind of misplaced and only half of it really hit him, but then he proceeds to suck back up half of that golden essence that comes out of him. He's very resilient, and you have some reason to believe it is to do with that potion that you saw on their desk.
I'm just working through the details here.
Gotcha. So that was Otrill's turn. Gorthog runs up, and he's going to go for a flanking maneuver to bring the Mace of Warning down on him. That'll be a 5 + 4, not gonna hit. And then he's going to offhand bonus attack. 16 + 4 for a 20. He's going to shield that shit. Get rid of that spell slot. Defender wins on that. So bye. No, I did not. I didn't get the chance to. Otrill's would have still hit, and Damon's was in the middle of him casting his first spell. So I didn't want him to use a reaction as well as casting a spell. If I could click on the spell slot to use it, that'd be great. Thank you. All right. So that's both attacks. Attack action, bonus action. That's Gorthog's turn. Damon.
I'm gonna make my way over to the tiefling on the slab and do a medicine check.
Let's check what's your movement speed?
30.
You were still outside the door because Otrill just bursted in and all this started. So
Yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You could get right about here, and that would put you right next to where the combat's going. Or do you kind of just want to like? I mean, there's really no way to circumvent it unless you go over. So the mage is here. You came here. Gorthog would have been like right in these two spaces somewhere.
So
to give the advantage.
We're flanking? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gorthog's not stupid. He was raised by a fighter.
Raised by this wing.
In that case, I'll just go up to the foot of the bed.
Where the chests are?
Sure. Yeah.
And what are you doing from there?
And I'll cast Vicious Mockery.
How do you mock viciously? I want to hear what you say.
We told you not to move, dumbass.
Get wrecked, nerd.
All right, what's the save?
Wisdom 15.
15. Oh, that's Otrill's character sheet. Oh, damn. Wisdom save is I'm proficient in those. That's a 15.
Right.
It's 9 + 6. You said 15 was the save?
Yeah.
So I pass. Is it still half damage or?
No. It's
So
just a can, so it's nothing.
Just looks at you, goes, "What am I doing? What am I supposed to do?" And that'll be unless that was your action. Do you have bonus action?
I'll give Gorthog a bardic inspiration.
Oh, what a wonderful! How do you inspire the lovely dual wielding
Take him
Gorthog?
down.
Oh, he's gonna go down. What kind of shit do I get? A D4?
D6.
D6. I'll try and remember that because I don't have any physical representation right now.
We'll remind you.
Yay, Gorthog! Wonderful. That goes back to the top of the round. That's gonna go Gray.
So with Marquise just saying, like, what am I supposed to do? I'm gonna ready another arrow, and I'm gonna say, you could still stop moving, and if he moves, I'll shoot him again.
Yeah. Alright then. You're holding another action?
Yeah.
Alright then. He basically knows the jig is up at this point, so he's got to go down hell or high water. So he's going to continue to move. He's going to not step anywhere, but he's going to do some tracings like he did before, but this one's a little bit more meticulous, a little bit longer, and it takes a second for him to compact the spell, but when he does, he releases this energy out of his hands, Kamehameha style, and it coalesces into a big ball of light in the middle of this here room, and it darts over to where Gray is. And he casted Summon Fey. So you now have a Fey spirit all up in your face. It manifests in an unoccupied space you can see within range. This corporeal form uses the Fey spirit stat block. When you cast the spell, choose a mood: fuming, mirthful, or tricksy. This one's fuming. The creature resembles a Fey creature of your choice marked by the chosen mood, which determines one of the traits and blah, 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 blah. So yeah, you've got a fuming boy in front of you. But since you already saw him making the motions and told him not to do anything, and he's still doing shit, are you loosing that arrow?
Yeah.
Loose.
Would he like a 25?
That would definitely hit him.
Cool. That one was for 8 piercing.
8 piercing. Same deal. You shoot the arrow. It actually catches him near the same arrow that you put in before, and this one digs a little bit deeper, but still the same amount of blood is pouring through that wound. It seems like when you hit him, it hits him, but he's just resilient. He's like freaking that one character from that one TV place. You know, because that's how we make references around here.
Character plays TV.
Yay. So does it get its own initiative, or does it go on his turn?
Probably his.
Bum, bum, ba-na-na-na, ba-na-na-na-na-na-na.
It does not say, so I'm just going to go ahead and roll him in. So 12 plus 3, so 15. Otril had you and Mark shared 17s, right?
16s, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So his spirit is going to go here. All right. So that was his action. His bonus action is going to be to, let me take stock of where I can go. How far is that?
Are you moving?
Not in a way that you can hit me.
Yeah.
I just need to see how far I can go. 30 feet, okay. So he was right here.
I'm gonna get you, boy.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You see him as he casts this spell to apparate this big, large beast. Or it's not large, it's actually pretty small. This small fey beast that is red hot and like covered in fire. He is then hit in the shoulder with an arrow, and then he says, "Oh fuck! I gotta get out of here." And you see him begin to condense down into a mist-like form, and then he actually splits in half and goes around you in both directions, Otril, meeting up right here where Gray is, and his spirit is right in front of Gray, about to He's either about to go out the door or attack Gray. You're not real sure right now. And that is the end of Marquise's turn. Coming up to Otrill.
Where's my spiritual weapon?
Spiritual weapon stayed behind, and it can move 30 feet to his location, correct?
Yes. Left thigh again, back of the leg, I guess not the thigh this time, but stab into... No. No spiritual weapon being moved. Yeah, fuck it. We're going to move it over to him and hit him with it. We'll just, we'll do slashing damage. I'll just slice across his back.
Do it.
Don't tell me what to do. Whoops. Ignore all of that. That was for guiding bolt. I didn't mean to click it. Clear out. That's not going to hit. That's a 9. That misses. My action, I want to run over and tackle... yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna hit him with a spell, I think.
Ooh, what spell?
Guiding bolt.
Guiding bolt. Hit him with it.
It'll be 16 plus 7, 23 to hit.
17 plus 3?
What? No, 16 plus 7.
16 plus 7. I don't know what the fuck
23.
I heard. Yeah, that'll touch him.
46 for a total of 15 damage.
15 damage.
Movement, I will run after him and try to hit him. Well, try to get caught up to him.
You see this guiding bolt go out and strike him, and it encompasses him in that light that gives advantage, but he doesn't take the damage that you would think. Like, he's not...
He's resistant to radiant as well?
He's resistant to everything.
Yeah.
He took a potion of invulnerability.
I had a feeling. I still hit him with it and chase after. Starting to catch on. Yeah.
But no, you guys are just still dwindling him down. He didn't have a lot of HP, so
right, he's just a wizard.
You got to give him double the HP somehow, guys.
Right, that's fair. No, it's fair. We're good. But yeah, hit him with the guiding bolt. Run up my 30 feet to catch up to him.
Okay, so you're right behind.
I'll be right behind him. Yeah.
You're right behind him, Gray. You're kind of in front of him to the right of him. I would impose advantage on that unless Gray. No, Gray's been doing range, so he would have to pull out his stuff, but that's all free action shit, I'm pretty sure. After Otrill goes the Spirit. The Spirit that just got summoned does things.
I honestly was hoping that like he had just popped a couple potions and that the Radiant would do it, though. I was like, please.
No, I was like, man, he needs more HP, and I gave him tough, and then I gave him the potion of vulnerability. I was like, no, that'll be too much.
It's really not, though. I mean,
it's
1v4, like it's.
This Spirit's got a decent amount too.
Oh yeah, his flaming.
His little flaming boy.
Little flamer boy.
So his Spirit gets to do stuff. He has multi-attack. And he has bonus actions. Fuming, the Fae has advantage on the next attack roll if it makes before the end of this turn. So, knowing that, the Fuming one being in front of you, he just gets bright hot. And he makes a number of attacks equal to half this spell's level. This was a 3rd level spell, so this will make 1 attack. It makes 1 attack. Good. Gray, a plus what to hit? Spell attack modifier. Spell attack plus 6. Gray does a 17 hit your AC.
Yes.
He is going to... Oh, shit, sorry. It also has advantage. My bad.
Nope, you're good. Stay at 17.
No. It's okay. It stays 17. It makes me sad.
I told you.
So the short sword does 1d6 plus 3, plus the spell's level and piercing, plus 1d6 force. Holy shit! Okay. 1d6 plus 3. So 1d6 plus 3 is 9, plus the spell's level, which is 12, plus another d6 for force.
Wait.
I'm pretty sure I read that right. It says... Yeah, it says for the short sword weapon attack, your spell attack modifier to hit is your modifier to hit. Reach 5 feet, one target, hit 1d6 plus 3 plus spell level plus spells level piercing damage. So you just took max damage from the piercing. You took 12 piercing damage and 3 force damage from that one hit.
Jesus.
Yeah, these guys
That's
are not.
a lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage.
Yeah, so this thing takes this very red hot short sword and just swipes very wildly at you, but it connects with your collarbone and it just fucking sears. But you don't feel the pain of the heat. You actually feel just the residual strength of the fucking the blow itself, and it sends you back just a little bit from the force damage.
Yeah, all right.
So that was the spirit, and now it goes to Gorthog, who is going to run up to rejoin that fight. He's going to start swinging on the spirit, though, because he saw it just mangle Gray. So he's going to attack it with advantage with the Lightbringer.
Hey, that's pretty good.
So that's a 20 to hit. That'll hit. You'll get 8 damage off of that, which will be reduced to 4. You will then get a second attack that's offhand because two-weapon fighting.
Not babies.
This has Bardic Inspiration too.
Oh, good to know. You might need it here.
Big girl.
Nope, he does not need it here.
Big girl, huh? Yes, she is.
Takes 4 damage, so that gets reduced to 2. So you see Gorthog come in with the Lightbringer mace, and he in turn also swings wildly, and but he catches the wing of this imp-looking creature that's flying around, and it spins it around, but spins it 360, so it turns back to Gray again. But you can see that it took some damage. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have reduced that damage. That was to the imp. Imps. So,
Chav, thanks for the T1 sub, man. Appreciate that, dude. We're in the middle of some combat with this little Wizzy boy.
Wizzy boy and his friend.
Painful.
Boy, his
Painful
hot
friend.
boys.
So that was Gorthog's turn. Damon.
I'm going to keep making my way over to the slab.
Making your way to the slab? Okay, you circumvented most of the combat now, so you can just beeline it there if you want to dash there.
Yeah, well,
You might
how
actually...
far away?
I would say you're right here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 can get you right here. You're within 10 feet of Delilah. If you want to give me a medicine check from there, I'd allow it.
Okay, that's what I wanted to do. So 14.
She's breathing. She's got cuts and
Is there
bruises.
anything like puddles of blood or anything, or just?
No. She just looks like she's malnourished. She's been here a couple of days. Not sure if she's gotten any food or water, but she's breathing. She's got a couple scrapes and bruises all over from where you could see she might have been putting up a fight to get strapped down. But yeah, she's still there.
Okay. Then is Gray within 60 feet of me?
I'd give it to you. Yeah, you have line of sight of them too if you are in that angle.
Okay, I'm gonna use that. Oh, never mind. I can't do that. That's within 30 feet. Never mind. My turn's over.
Okay. Sorry about that, Gray. Damon, that's Damon's turn. Sorry about that, Damon. Gray, it's your turn. I flipped that up again.
Yeah, all right.
You're in melee range of both the wizard and the spirit. You have a bow in your hand and a short sword just crossed your chest.
I want to, for my action, I want to take some ball bearings that I have and spill them on the floor on the way, like in that doorway there.
Okay.
Make it hard for him to leave.
Easy enough.
And then bonus action, cunning action. I'm going to disengage.
Okay.
And
So where are you
kind of
going?
get. I'm going to position myself like. Does Marquise look like he's like trying to just get out of here? Then yeah.
Give me an inspiration. Give me an insight check.
You don't get inspiration.
He has it already, I'm sure.
I do. I should really use it at some point.
Yeah, I give it out like it's fucking hotcakes if you guys don't already have, if you guys spend it. I find you guys hilarious, so if you make me laugh, there's an inspiration point, really.
I don't
Jesus.
have inspiration.
Terrible.
That's not true at all. I definitely gave it to you last session.
Oh, you gave it to him this session.
That's a 10.
Yeah, you should have. You son of a bitch.
10 to what? I'm sorry?
Insight.
Oh, he's doing that thing where he's contemplating en route. Like when he pops out of that mist form, you see him like doing that back and forth, 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 and then he catches you eyeballing him. Where do you go from that disengage?
Coffee. Damn.
Actually, there's like a bookcase on the way. Whatever.
The bookcase that was in front of the door is no longer in front of the door. It's in like fucking splinters from Otrill's 22 strength check or whatever. the
I'm
fuck
a
it is.
Trill, I'm a Dragonborn, and I take doors down.
I'll
Vox Machina is
position
really
myself.
high.
I'll position myself like in the doorway, try and block it off.
In the doorway, trying to like block him off, body block. Okay, cool. So you pour the ball bearings and you step back and you kind of take that security guard stance, right?
Yeah.
Legs wide, knees bent, arms out.
Yeah.
Oh.
So after Gray goes Marquise. He is concentrating on a spell, so that limits what I can do. Should I do it again?
Right behind you every time.
Yeah, I think he would. I think he would Misty Step past Gray. He would 30 feet Misty Step past Gray bonus action. He would end up right about here on the corner of this here fucking rug. And
Where's he at?
He's at the bottom right hand corner of that rug. But he still has his movement. I'm just searching to see if he wants to do anything before he moves farther away. You've got him cornered like a fucking animal, and his only reaction is fight or flight, and his flight skills are much better than his fight skills.
He's in the room or he's outside?
He's outside of the room on the big carpet
Okay.
underneath of the beholder skull.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Okay. So then he's going to use his action to cast blindness on Gray. Gray, I need a Constitution saving throw, please.
Seven.
7. You are blinded, my friend.
All right.
And with being blinded, let's read the condition together, shall we? I will spend that spell slot, thank you. I will then get into the spell itself. You can blind or deafen. Can I get the fucking condition, please? I'll just have to do it this way. A blinded creature can't see and automatically fails any ability check that requires sight. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage, and the creature's attack rolls have disadvantage. This lasts for 1 minute, or on a successful save at the end of your turn. Or at each of your turns. So you can spend an action on your turn. So you'd still be able to have a bonus action if you saved from it. But you are blind for the duration. He is then going to move 30 more feet with his movement speed, and he's going to get to the staircase. And that is the end of Mark's turn.
Oh, do I help Gray or do I dash?
Dash.
Yeah, I never let my man get away. I dash 60 feet as close to him as possible.
You're right on his butt. You still have bonus action if you want to try and move Magic Glaive with you, but he can only move 30 feet, so it'd be a distance to clear.
No.
Or is there another bonus action you'd like to do?
I'm going to expend my... I'm going to do away with my spiritual glaive. Let me get back to my shits real quick.
No problem. Thank you, Arcanus. I worked a little bit on this guy. He's a little bit of a ne'er-do-well.
I couldn't dissipate my spiritual glaive and then recast as a bonus action here, could I? For the spell slot?
Fuck, I'd allow that.
Okay.
I mean, dispelling's a free action though, yeah.
Yeah.
You like
Yeah.
dispel
So
it,
then, yeah,
spell
it
whatever you
would
want.
just
Absolutely
cost me
allow
with a
that.
spell slot. I dissipate my spiritual glaive, and I say, "Oh, you're too good for me," as I reapparate it in front of him and slash across his chest this time.
Okay, give me an attack roll.
It's 26 to hit.
Oh, you motherfucker! Yeah, that hits. That's outside of shield range too. Come on.
Max damage 13.
How do you want to do this?
I slash across his chest, and as he falls down, I take my actual glaive and I just take it across the back of his head and smash it through his neck, cut through, decapitate him, grab his head and tie his hair onto my belt loop, and I'm ready to leave.
That is a dead body. He is dead. Congratulations, dude.
Like,
That was
as soon
really
as
good.
he's falling down, the spiritual weapon, is still slashing through, and he starts to fall, and I just grab my glaive and just slice right through the back of his neck.
You see the body of Marquis fall, but you see the spirit that he summoned doesn't dissipate.
Oh, yeah. All right.
That was Otrill's turn, so spirit goes. Gray, heads or tails?
And Gray's blind. See, I should
I'm
have
sorry.
helped Gray.
I'm sorry, Gray. Odds or evens?
Heads or tails? I like that better.
He said odds. Your boy rolled a 14. Yes.
Odds always win.
Oh, yes. Let's go. I actually get to hit you.
No, thank you. No, thank you.
I'm gonna. It might hurt you. It might hurt you a lot. So he only gets the one attack, and he gets advantage on it because you're blinded and his fuming ability, so it really doesn't matter. So I'm gonna roll the d20s.
Well, I mean,
Does a 25 touch you? I'm not.
Mm.
That's a 14 plus 11. Never mind. It's a 14 plus 3 for 17. Does that touch you?
yes.
Okay. So you take 1d6 plus 3 plus 3 plus a d6. Okay, so 2d6 plus 6. For a total of 8 plus 6 is 12. 14? God, I'm stupid. So 14 damage. Some of it is force. Most of it's slashing or piercing. And where does that leave you with your health points, friend?
Not good.
Good to know. So that was the spirit's turn. Gorthog, still in flanking position. He's going to swing twice upon the head of this here spirit. That is a 15. I actually do not know what it takes to fucking... Gotta go all the way back. Come on, D&D Beyond. You know you want to. So his armor class is 15. Defender wins on that point, so he misses his first one, even though he had advantage. And second one with advantage. 8 plus 5 is even worse, so the second one is going to miss. He has that Bardic Inspiration, so he'll use that for the first one because it'll make it hit, but yeah. So that first one will hit. I will just wreck on that. 4 plus 3 is 7 damage to the spirit. All right, so Gorthog comes and brings the Lightbringer back down, down on the other wing of that imp, turning him 180 to face Gorthog, and he says, "You're gonna fight me, motherfucker." And the wings look rather fucking bludgeoned, and he's having a hard time even flying. So that's gonna be Gorthog to Damon.
Am I within 60 feet of the spirit?
Spirit is in the doorway, so I'd say so, yeah.
I guess. I get a wisdom 15.
Wisdom from the spirit?
Yep.
Spirit, Fey, wisdom. Gets a +0 to wisdom. It's a 16 on the dice.
16.
Yes. These fuzzy dice are coming in clutch.
Okay. So it'll take 7 damage.
Ooh, what'd you cast?
Dissonant Whispers.
Okay, so you reach out with this invisible energy. There's no visible arcanic force that comes off of you, but the whispers start to creep into the spirit's ears, and Gorthog is witnessing this thing just like shifting back and forth as if it was watching a really intense ping pong match. And it takes the 7 damage, and then its ears start to bleed pretty heavily. That was pretty gross. So that'll go from Damon to Gray.
And I'll move
Oh.
10 more feet closer to the table now.
Absolutely,
After-
you're right next to Delilah.
Okay.
So Gray, what you got, Mister Blind Man? Actually, no. Since the wizard died, that would have dispelled. So,
But it's not a concentration spell, though. So...
no, yeah, you're right. So you do have to use an action to save from it.
And that has to be at the end of my turn.
It doesn't say that. It
I'm
says.
pretty sure blind deafen says that.
Yeah, it does say the end. Sorry, I misread it.
If you want to give it to me at the beginning,
Nope. I'll let you take it. Take the end of your turn. Can anybody hear that? Can everybody hear that? Because I don't know why they decide to take showers when I'm streaming.
well, fuck you. That's why.
I can't
I
hear
guess.
that now.
Okay, so bonus action, cunning action, disengage. I'm gonna back up from it a little bit.
Okay.
And then just take a pot shot at it. You know.
Why?
Disadvantage that shit.
I hope you roll low and shoot me.
You're up here towards the top of the cave.
That's right.
So the first one was a 25. The second one was an 18.
Nice.
18 will still touch it.
Nice. That is 11 piercing.
11 piercing. You don't get to see. You see nothing. This is the perspective of Gray. You say, fuck it. You line one up. You just and you hear the slight fluttering and the from the agonizing pain that is beating its wings. And you just aim for that noise and ring true. And then suddenly that noise stops and you hear a thud.
Haha. Let's go.
Yeah, you did. You did.
I've done this a time or two.
So that is the end of combat. If you want to give me a saving throw for your blindness.
If not, actually,
19.
Ah.
19 passes. Your sight rejoins you, and you can see the fluttering beast is no more. And O'Trill comes up behind you and pats you on the shoulder with a newfound belt piece.
And as I pat him on the shoulder, I will cure wounds at 2nd level.
Nice.
And that'll be pretty decent. 17 healing back to you, sir.
Thank fuck. I'm down to 1.
Good job, guys. Wow, nice fucking plays. All right, I'm going to propose that we take a break now that combat's broken, and then we'll get into the post-combat stuff afterwards. How about that?
The fun stuff, the RPPs.
Honestly, that was a lot of fun. That was a really intense combat. I didn't think it would be that intense.
How
That was
about
good.
we take like a 10 or 15 minute break and then come back in 5 minutes? If anybody has any questions or anything, we can address that.
Shoot
then.
the shit for 5-10 minutes. Yeah, that sounds fine with me.
All right.
See you guys in 10 to 15.
Yeah, how long? Yeah.
Oh, we're back? Oh, my bad. Hey, guys.
He never listens. Never listens. So yeah, before we get into much of anything, again, if you scroll down just a little bit, or if you're on mobile, go to our About tab, check out Raven Press Maps on Instagram, Etsy, and his Patreon. Check him out, give him a follow. He's got some really awesome stuff in his store. That's about enough of that. Ales and Scales at twitch.tv/ales_and_scales. And do you have anything you want to throw out there, Jason?
I can hear somebody's phone through my earphones.
That's 100% mine. I was watching YouTube.
No problem. But getting back to what we are doing, we can actually shout out Slanted Dice before we get back to, hey, Slanted Dice, thanks for hosting us. You freaking awesome, dope people in Germany that play Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern, or Central European time. That's 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm doing it. I'm remembering. I'm getting there. But anyway, where we had last left off, we ended this investigation for where Delilah Frostfire was. She was taken captive by the now deceased Marquise. He is dead. Got his head cut clean off. What'd you say to me?
I said, rest in pieces, you filthy bitch.
Yeah, he is in two pieces. One of the pieces is located on the hilt of our friend O'Trill here, who cleaved his head clean off with a last-ditch resummoning of his spiritual glaive, and it was so clutch because he did 13 damage on a character that had taken a potion of invulnerability, which reduces all incoming damage by half, rounded down. So no matter what, he took 6 damage and died. So it was very clutch, very cool. We are now in this big open lair of a magician who is now dead. What are you guys doing?
I walk over to Gray, I pat his shoulder and lay into him some healing. I think it was for like 12, 13, something like that. He
17.
17, you're right. And then I will look over towards Damon, see what's her face, what is her name?
Delilah.
And rush over to her, and I will dump a first level healing word, or
Well, you can see from when you walk up, she is bound to the table unless Damon has been working on her binds. I would assume with them still being in combat for that second and you being at the table first, I would assume that after combat was over, you would at least start undoing her binds, Damon.
Was muted. Yeah, that's what I was doing.
Cool. So you would see Damon untying her last binding on her right wrist, and then you come up, and as you cast this, you untie the gag that's in her mouth. It's just this loose piece of leather stuffed with a cloth.
As I untie it from the back of her neck, and then I start to pull the cloth off, and I slip it down with my left hand. I grab her cheek with my right, and I dump in a Cure Wounds into her.
Yeah, give me that.
For a total of 7 HP for now.
She, you could see some of the bruises on her wrist and the obvious bruise around her mouth and lips from the gag. They heal up pretty well, and there's a little bit of life restored to the to the red skin of this tiefling. She's still in her robes. She's got this big spot of blood on her side, but it's super dried. There's no visible wound there anymore. What else did I want to note? So she actually wakes up with the Cure Wounds, and she meets your gaze, and she goes, "Oh, thank God, it's you. I didn't know. I thought it was you. What are you doing here?
Come to save you.
How'd you know I was here? Where am I?"
I'll let Damon explain, because I am like on the verge of just like, me and Lady Delilah.
He said, "I saved my damsel in distress. I'm a knight in shining armor. I fulfilled my duties. Are we done playing D&D?"
I guess I would use my Psionic Mind ability from my Twilight and just tell her in her head, We found Marquise's lab. We had tracked him to here. Found through a few things like his mother for one gave us some information as to where he might be, and I just thought I could feel you the whole time, and I just kept pushing forward.
Give me a persuasion check with advantage.
Because I'm in her head, right?
Yeah, well, that and her knight in shining armor, quite literally. With the glow of the light bulbs off of your armor, you're damn bright, dude. Like, you didn't need that dark vision shit. In here, at least.
Would you want persuasion?
Yes, with advantage.
It's a total of 6. It's not meant to be with Lady Delilah and I. Maybe it's one of those long con games I need to play. That's fine.
It could just be the heat of the moment, you know? She's a
I mean, I do have, like,
that was so distressed.
I have, a decapitated head of her, guy that she was friends with in the city, and I've got some blood on me, and I look pretty nasty, and I'm still breathing pretty heavy, so it could just be one of those things.
It was definitely the head. She wasn't even actually paying too much of a mind as to what was going on in her head, because she's pretty delusional at the point. So she looks over and makes eye contact with Marquise. And goes,
I'm like standing over her.
Yeah. So she's like,
it's like I'm speaking in her mind in his face. It's just like slapping against her.
Yeah, so that 5 is definitely accurate, or it was low, but it was
Give credit where
credit's
due.
Yeah, that was definitely accurate. So she's just sitting there. She goes, "So thank you," and she sits up and she rubs her wrists the way every person that's ever been handcuffed or binded does when they get out of it, and she kind of like does that. Oh God, do you have anything to eat? I am starving. Thank you so much.
Sausages from this morning?
I don't know. She'll want those.
I'll eat anything. I could eat a horse's shit. I don't care.
Okay, so
I hand out 4 goblet fingers.
What did you say, Gray?
did Damon beat me to it?
I think Damon overcame both of you were talking at the same time, but he came in over you in my headphones. I don't know what you said, so I'll give it to you at the same time. You can both just hand her something.
Nope. If he beats me to it, I'll I was gonna feed her some goblin fingers out of Nina, but I start to walk towards her and I see Damon like beat me to it, and then I go, "That's fine," and start petting her head. And then I push the scalp back up.
You whisper in her ear, "More for us." So, Damon, you hand her these goblin fingers, and she does that KFC finger licking good shit. She goes, like she's going at it like a Southern person in crawfish boil. She's just. Do you have any water?
Yeah.
Thank you. I love you. You are my favorite people of all time. And she puts the water skin to her face and like begins to chug very, very violently. Begins to like pour down the side of her mouth, and she corks it. She goes, "There's still half in there. I'm sorry. You
can have it all. I don't need it.
She tucks it away. She goes, "Thank you. Thank you." So what is this place? Where are we?
This is where Marquise was. I don't know. I don't believe he constructed it. I don't think any of us believe that. But we did find something unusual. If you're able to walk, if not, I could carry you.
Persuasion check.
We also had to fight through some goblins to get here.
That's better. 18.
18. She definitely goes, "Yeah, I'm definitely a little weak," and then begins to wrap her arms already around your big, thick, meaty neck.
Yes.
And as Damon begins to explain the goblins, she goes, I woke up from time to time, and he would be pacing back and forth, wondering about the goblins.
Gobbledygook.
I don't think he was expecting them to be here. But I'm sorry, what did you say, Damon?
I said they're either dead or gone.
Well, that's good to know. I take it you guys dispatched of them then?
Yeah.
Well then, I'll make sure to note this when Corvus needs help. Very much appreciated. And I take it. Where are you taking Delilah? Sorry, I can't
Well,
remember
I
the
would
names.
slowly walk her out towards the statues and let her get a good look at those. But my main point of interest would be the Electromag down here, or the Magna Lab down here.
So she begins you begin walking her around, and it's well lit, and she goes, "This cave's outfitted with electricity." She would have noted that in the bedroom because there are fucking. So, is there a battery here?
Something of the sort.
And she's taking note of the big fucking beholder skull, and she goes, "Oh my god!" And she looks around at the petrified people. She goes, "This is a beholder's lair. What are we doing in a beholder? Did you kill the beholder? Why is there candles in its mouth?"
We didn't have
That was
anything
festive.
to do with that. Well, Gray thought it would look good.
Whoever built this place is mightily powerful, especially if they have access to electricity.
Not met Gray then. Gray is as strong as they come.
She looks over at Gray. Gray, what's your strength?
10.
Okay.
Average. More than what meets the eye with this one.
She whispers. She giggles to herself. She goes, "Oh, he's mighty fine." And she looks at Otrill and she goes, "But I don't think he's as strong as you are," and gets herself more comfortable in your arms.
I just kind of like curl her up a little bit more.
Yeah.
Slide my arm
That's-
down near the butt cheeks.
That's that shit Daddy likes.
And then I'll carry her around the corner through the door and up to the
Magno Lab thing?
Yes.
Okay. So you enter the room and she instantly hears the humming, the whirling, the twirling, the. She looks into the battery room and she says, "That can't be right. Can you let me down? I think I can walk." And she gets down out of your hand or out of your arms real quick.
Let her go.
And she takes a deep breath, and with the renewed vigor of the being rescued, the food and water that she's received, and the helpful treatment, she takes a little bit of that energy she's mustered and casts Mage Hand, and you see it go forth and enter the room, and you can see it starts to press a couple buttons and flip a couple switches on the base of this Tesla coil looking thing, and it dispels in a very violent manner that she wasn't expecting based on her reaction that you see. It just and all of this electricity gets displaced, but thank God for all of those grounded iron rods and stuff. But a little bit of electricity does seep out, but it misses all of you. It was just a little aftershock. If anything, it was like static electricity. But you can definitely feel it in the air. Burnt ozone. It's like lightning struck just right near you, but the Magna Lab or the generator has been turned off, and she begins to approach it, and she goes, "This is a less advanced prototype than the one at the Academy."
So this was built here, near here.
No,
Could
this
it be
can't.
transported here?
It had to have been built here, or at least stored in some magical pocket and transported here. It could have been. It does seem like it could be mobile.
Marquise has been using teleportation circles. He's got labs in a few different areas.
I think-
and there's a lab not far from here that could have some part in creating of it.
So she just. So Marquise was here. He couldn't have built this. He got turned down to oversee the Magno Lab in Corvus. There's no way he could have built this. This is much older than anything that we've seen. Like by
Is this Marquise?
she gets down and she actually takes a panel. She takes a panel off with not brute force, but she kind of just wiggles this metal panel and it pops off real easily. She starts fucking with some wires and she sees a couple, or she doesn't see really anything that you guys would know anything about. She goes, "This is just predate. This almost looks identical to the model we have at Charlotte's Academy, the place where this was developed, founded by our Albatross. Like, there's no way. did he build this here? And she starts like, did you check any of the bookshelves? Is there? And she starts to go back to the room where she was being held captive.
There's another room off to the side there as well. A lab with bookshelves.
She's like, I'm looking for something in specific. Can you check his body and see if his journal's on him? I'm gonna go look for his journal. And
I'll touch his
she,
body.
I'll go look.
You need parts for the yada.
oh my god,
How's it supposed to use the potty? What is her name again? Antada?
Nina.
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 Name was Nina. She was a showgirl.
I don't want it. Okay.
Anyway.
So she walks into the bedroom. Gray, give me an investigation check on the body. And you said, Damon, you were helping him?
I'm going to the lab to look.
Oh, okay. The Magno lab or the
The
potions
laboratory.
lab? Okay, potions lab.
lab.
Okay. So give me respective investigation checks, please.
11.
Sorry. 11. You don't see any books on him, but however, I already closed out of his character sheet. Shouldn't have done that because it has important stuff for you to have. Important stuff for you to have. You can have it. It's yours. He's dead.
I got an 11 for investigation.
11 for investigation.
Daisies.
Yeah, you find books on daisies and the such. There's no real personal effects in this room. You could see that there are boxes being unpacked that look like all of the boxes that were taken out of Marquise's Arcanum. Like, he had to have really hastily packed all of this stuff, threw it in this teleportation circle, and he's just been making his home here, debating on whether or not he wants to wait out the goblins or kill them. But that was Damon's investigation check. Gray, you find a potion. It's a okay. I'm not right clicking. I promise you. There's no description of it on. The potion's syrupy liquid looks like liquefied iron. It is a syrupy orange brown. It's got a glint to it as if it were metal. But you find a potion of invulnerability for your D&D Beyond stats. And you find on his person he has 2 rings on. Very ornate rings. But that is, you can get those investigated all you want later, and I'll tell you what they are when they pop up. Okay, good. So that's what Gray finds, and as Gray's going over the body, not finding a book on his person, Delilah will come out reading excerpts of a journal that she found. She says, the last journal states, I didn't expect all of these goblins to be here. I'll have to take care of them slowly. Gods knows she won't help. Why is she still alive? Guilt? The next entry, I hope to be free, or the entry before the last entry, I'm sorry. I hope to be free of Delilah soon. Maybe Echo will give me more Sundrop in exchange for her freedom, or lack thereof. Gray, upon hearing that, you know the name Echo. He is a notorious drug dealer in Blevington, and Sundrop is a very, the kids say, cool drug. So he was planning to he was either going to kill Delilah or sell her off if he ever got out of here through the goblins, is basically what these entries are stating. So she's just like, so why does that mean he blew up? Why did he want to kill? Why did he want to blow? Why did he want to do anything with the fucking forest?
Why does anybody want to blow anything, you know?
I want
Money, typically.
No, the fucking fireworks. Why did he lace the fireworks? That doesn't make any sense.
Maybe he needed to move something loud. Maybe it was a bright something. Maybe he needed time to make room out of the back of the city.
She keeps flipping through, and she makes
Anything
note of
missing
an.
from the Magno Lab?
I'm sorry, what?
If there was anything missing from the Magno Lab, he may have done it as a distraction.
The Magno Lab in Corvus?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I
Maybe
haven't.
as a
I haven't been there since all of this started. I seem to have caught him very off guard when I started to insinuate him in my investigation upon his shop. So he lured me down into his basement to show me something, stabbed me, and took me and all of his belongings here, I suppose.
His basement workshop in Corvus, right?
Yeah. So I don't think he would have enough time to pack all of his belongings and go raid a Magno Lab.
He's been doing this for some time. Maybe he just needed to steal that one item from the Magno Lab. Damon's right. I think you should look into it when we get back. There's many reasons why he could have done it, but I think Damon's onto something.
She keeps flipping through the journal and she goes, "Oh, you're gonna like this." And she walks back into the Magno Lab, back into the dispelled Tesla coil, and she removes the wand out of the wizard's hand, and she turns it over, and she reads the initials AF, and she says, "This is Albatross Filch's wand. This is the lair of the magician who harnessed electricity." And somehow Marquise had found it and made it his own. Albatross killed that beholder up there. And then he constructed these walls. He moved all of these people.
And
Was he
how?
good or evil?
What's that?
Someone was saying something.
Was he good or evil?
I mean, he's advanced our technology by everything. Everything we know. Blevington is a marvel, a modern marvel. We have all kinds of things that nobody has access to except for Remdala and Blevington. Now Corvus is soon to be up and running, and apparently here, where I guess he actually invented this shit.
How long's he been gone?
Albatross?
Yes.
He retired about 15, 20 years ago. Very old.
To here? I mean,
He just went to wander the world. He said, off to bigger and better things. He said he helped the world, and he didn't really disappear. He still sends postcards every now and again.
I am going somewhere else.
okay.
When is the last time he was heard from?
Beach is a nice place to live.
That's a good question. I haven't been down to the school in quite some time.
So the
Me.
Magno Lab's been here the whole time then?
It seems to be.
I mean, what that statue did that look like Albatross?
No, she begins to wander around, and she goes, "I don't think any of these people would be Albatross if he's the one that killed that beholder. I think the beholder did all of this, and Albatross was just making an artistic statement."
Why wouldn't he have freed them?
That's a very
Freed?
That's a very good question. They can be, and for a wizard as powerful as he should at least have connections. It's a very good morale question you pose, Damon. I'll have to report this back to the academy. This is quite the find. I very much appreciate this, and I definitely could use some true rest, but I don't think we should be here. This place gives me the heebie-jeebies.
I agree. I say we move on out and back to town.
Does anybody know how to use a teleportation circle?
Do not, but while you guys figure out how we leave, I'm going to deal with the body. I take his body and I just, let's see.
I looked up to where he was trying to throw the grappling hook. What's up there?
A very long, narrow tunnel. It doesn't look like it goes anywhere, but it's up. And Damon, give me a history check.
I'll just strap his body into the table where Delilah was strapped.
Okay. You going to light it on fire, or are you going to just leave it there to rot?
I think I'll leave it there to rot.
Easy enough. Do you strip him naked? Has he got robes on?
He would be disrobed. Whatever he has underneath of his robes, I would leave. But
They're pretty nice robes, other than the cuts and nicks and bloodstains. So you could probably sell them,
I'll just fold
or
him up
wear
and
them
leave
because he's a
down.
pretty large man.
I just fold it up and let it sit at at the edge of the slab, and just in case. You never
Just in
know.
case.
Got an
Comes back to life and doesn't want to be naked.
Right.
Oh, one more time for the history check.
18 for history, and I used a bardic inspiration and a knowledge from the past.
You can inspire yourself already?
Huh?
You can inspire yourself?
Bonus action.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm pretty sure it's a bonus action. I'm gonna read it real quick.
I just want
Oh
to make sure.
no, never mind. No, I can't. So it was a 14.
14, you actually get this whiteout memory. Like your brain, if you have compartmentalization, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about because I deal with this every time I tell a story. The box opens and everything around you goes blank, and you just stare in one spot, and you remember in a different point of view than any point of view that you've had in your life. You see these red hands in front of you, and you see this big gaping maw in front of you, like just biting out, and then you see a death strike in front of it, and then that memory evaporates into a similar haphazard style, smooth looking layer, and with multiple shafts going straight up, because these creatures can levitate and they just disintegrate anything in their path to make a clear path.
So that was from the point of view of the beholder.
The point of view was from just some person. It's not
Okay.
your hand. They're not your hands.
They
They're
were
definitely
looking into the beholder's mouth.
yes, but
Okay.
it was as if it was battling the beholder in its lair, and then that memory, like there was no actual blows struck. That memory faded into the knowledge of beholder lair,
Okay.
because at one point in time, you or whatever it is you're battling in your head had battled a beholder. You're not sure if that's what killed you or not.
Behold these nuts.
Keep that information to myself. But I will say that I think we should check up this shaft.
Delilah goes, I can cast teleportation circle, but I'm just way too exhausted to do anything. I'm gonna need to rest. That shaft, I think he was mumbling about getting to the surface. He thought it might lead up there. Beholders are notorious for tunneling up for air, so
That was cool.
I'll pick up his grappling hook if nobody else has and throw it up there.
give me a strength check.
No.
Yeah.
Oh my
Okay.
Better you than me.
The 7.
Mine's a -1.
You get it up to the tip of the hole, but it doesn't have any oomph to grab onto anything. In fact, it just like the grappling hook itself just kind of like hits a piece of the rock and just falls straight down.
May I? I have shit strength, but I'll give it a try.
Be your guest.
And I wind it up like I saw the guy doing. Not really sure how to throw a grappling hook. I've not really dealt with these. Then I just fucking let it rip.
Cool. Give me the strength check, but with advantage, because you see Delilah's mage hand comes in and kind of like guides the hook up to the fucking.
Oh. Nice. 16 with advantage.
16. That'll hook up at the edge, and it'll implant itself good and firm into the rock, but you're not sure how much weight it can support before it becomes a falling hazard.
Gray, go ahead.
And I'll climb up onto a trail and then grab a hold of the rope and climb up.
This isn't what I meant. Like, give him a little boost to get him off of me.
Give me an acrobatics or athletics check, whichever one you'd like.
It will be an acrobatics, and it is an 11.
11 will get you up the rope, but it'll take you a good 45 second to a minute struggle, and you're breaking a sweat. And then you've seen American Ninja Warrior, where the wall are just wide enough for you to do that spider climb thing. That's basically what you're getting yourself into when getting into this tunnel. You have just enough width to shimmy up if you have it. So you're already like panting from the climb up. So if you want to give me another, this one's going to be straight athletics check.
Use your legs more.
Athletics. 'Tis a 3.
A 3, you're going to get one good hop up, and then your right leg is going to fall, and then give me a dexterity saving throw.
Whoa.
Jesus Christ, an 11.
No. Okay.
An 11 will be just enough to grab the rope so you don't take any fall damage, but you're outside of the zone. Odds or evens?
Odds.
Let me get my d20 up.
Wait, no. Yellow.
Did you say, what do you want, odds or evens?
Evens.
I haven't rolled the dice. Here it comes. Evens it is.
Oh. Yellow.
You did it. 6. Okay, so the grappling hook does not come loose with your jostled weight downward. So you're still dangling there. No fall damage taken. What would you like? Would you like to give it another shot or climb down?
I'm gonna keep going.
Okay. Give me, I'll let you shimmy back up into that hole, no problem. Give me another athletics check. This one's going to be a higher DC since the last one failed.
A 15.
15, that'll be really good, actually. You get a good solid chunk up the way. You get about halfway up, and you hear the sound of chirping birds. Like, this does go all the way to the surface, but it's going to take quite a climb when Gray already has the knowledge that the entrance is clear.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's definitely, like, I don't know, the surface up here.
Yeah, there's no offshoots or anything because you have that dark vision for 300 feet. You can definitely see up into the wilderness almost. Like, you can see if you could laser focus, you would see the top of a tree, like the canopy, the bottom of a canopy. That's what I'm looking for.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we can get out from here.
Yeah, you can get out from here, but it'll take a series of athletics check, or you could just walk through the goblin door.
Nope, too easy.
Or that, give me another acrobatics, or I'm sorry, an athletics check.
I slide down the road.
Give me an acrobatics check.
What?
13.
Snuggle later.
13 gives you a, you do it in such a fashion, you get on the rope, make sure that it's nice and tug, and then you do like a little flourish at the end so that way you kind of make a circle when you land, just to show off. But you're on the ground with your party members.
I mean, they go straight up. Or, if you want to be lame, we can go behind the goblin door.
How long of a climb?
That's good.
Gorthog looks up and he goes, "Fuck no. I'll see you guys at the goblin door." And he starts stretching along.
Goblin door it is.
I'm too old for that shit, sir. No thanks.
I think I might be too heavy for that shit.
I'm gonna try climbing the rope.
Yeah.
I give Damon a boost.
All right, so let's go for the Delilah's definitely going with a lot of you. She's too exhausted to climb that shit. So it's
I offer her a
Gorthog and
piggyback ride.
persuasion check.
Gladly. Anything from a boothang. I'm a little tiefling.
She's not so
natural
little. She's pretty tall.
That's for a 23.
All right, man. You want to borrow my shirt?
No, it's
That's
you
the third
wearing,
one of
that's
the
all
night,
I
bro.
need. That's all I need. Just seeing it
Third
on
one
you.
Good job. Natural 20, 2 of which have gone to persuasion, I do believe.
They have.
All right, I'm gonna make a note of that. Delilah likes Dragonborn.
Yes. We had a rocky start, but persistence is key, guys. That's all you need to know here.
Knight in shining armor kind of gives somebody that.
Moistness.
I was gonna say Stockholm syndrome, but that's not true. That's not
That's not Stockholm syndrome.
not it at all. It's
Not
the
yet.
reverse.
I mean, I will be her captor soon enough. But
It's like it's the reverse of that.
as soon as she lets me take her to dinner, she's never going back to Corvus.
So yeah, she's like, well then by all means, and she gets up, she puts her leg up on your hip to hoist herself, like to straddle your back as you like grab her from the thighs and
Close high buttocks area,
muscle her through the door. So do you want to continue that role play, or are you just heading out the door?
Let them climb. We'll walk.
Heard that. All right, so Damon,
I would. Go ahead.
one more time.
I say go ahead.
What'd you say? I want to know what you said.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, how did the beholder get up this hole if it was that small?
It squeezed. Fuck off.
Okay.
It's like when you put on armor, it magically fits to your size.
DM said so. I don't know.
Continuity errors will ruin your
Yeah.
your D&D experience. It
your
doesn't
player-
make sense.
If your players can suss it out, the viewers know.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. You can give me an.
Before I start climbing, I'm gonna cast enhance ability on myself and give myself bull strength.
You're gonna bull strength, heard. All right, then give me acrobatics or athletics to get up the rope.
I get advantage on all strength checks, which includes athletics.
I know. Oh, good girl. Look at the bard playing the bard.
So
He's a bard?
14 for athletics.
14 will get you up into the footholds that Gray was spider climbing. Give me another one.
Okay. How long does that last?
I think it's like an hour, maybe 8. I know it's a good amount of time. Or this is just
1 hour.
So go ahead and what was your second athletics?
13.
Athletics. 13. You start to slip a little bit, so you only get one good hop up, but you get a good hop up. Give me the third.
Unnatural 20.
Ooh, that'll get you up close to the mid-range point. You start to smell the fresh air. You've got another 2 checks to go, and I'll get you to the top. This is a long tunnel. It's like a good 200-300 feet.
Pretty solid climbing. You only need to check every couple hundred feet or every 100 feet.
15.
Another 15. Yeah, that'll get you another success.
Unexpectedly, the hole becomes beholder size.
It's a giant funnel for water.
And a 9.
A 9 will set you back 1. You start to like get up in there, but you feel the dirt becomes the rock goes to dirt, and you lose your grip a little bit, so you slide down back to the rock. So that one is a wash.
This is
Give
gonna
me a,
fuck you up if you fall.
oh yeah. Give me another one.
13.
It'll get you up into the dirt. You're like slowly getting your way up there. Your muscles are starting to tense, but that bull strength is just letting you fucking hold on. One more. Give it to me. Give it to me. Give it to me.
Nat 20.
Nice.
Nat 20. You dig your
Yeah, it
fingertips
won't show
into
up on the
the
camera.
earth, and you put your non-ghost leg at like the Spider-Man position, and you kind of just like hunk down a little bit, and then you just launch yourself out like a bird, and then you grab a hold. You grab a hold one more time. You're like, and you realize that your fingertips have actually cleared the space, and you lift yourself up and put your legs out, and you are touching grass. You can smell the fresh air. It is actually pretty dark out. It's still pretty early morning.
Do I see any like buildings or anything nearby?
No, you are still smack dab in the middle of that forest you were in. You can actually, from this point on, or from this vantage point, you can see down into where you had basically bumfucked the goblins and bugbears. You can still see their sacks of bodies laying there. It's not necessarily a peak. I had described it as like Mount Pleasant in Lancaster, that rock hill that kind of looks like a mountain. You're on top of it, and the bugbears are kind of like underneath of it. You've made your way pretty far up and up there, and you can actually, with the amount of climbing that you did, you can see Otrill, Gorthog, and Delilah come out of the hole where you had encountered Bing Bang. And Gray, that just leaves you. Did you follow Group A out the door or Group B up the shaft?
He's a shaft man.
Scooby Dooby Dooby Doo Bop Bop.
Yeah, I mean, I'll shaft it.
How far up did the grappling reach?
With Otrill, his assist with the mage hand, it went up to the ceiling was like 15 feet up. I'll give it 15 feet. Okay.
My chair keeps dropping in height. It's driving me nuts.
It's more than 60 feet down, right?
Oh yeah, he said it's like 200-300 feet to the top.
Yeah, I'll give it 300 feet since I gave it the description of Mount Pleasant.
Gray, if Gray falls through a beholder hole in the ground into a cave system below, does anyone hear him fall?
We'll see. Gray, give me
falls,
athletics.
what causes his flat?
Yeah.
All right, so that's a 16 for the acrobatics, and you said you want athletics after that?
Yep.
I'm going to draw a rope down the hole
How much rope?
and hold on to this end of it so he can get some help once he gets up 50 feet.
So
it'll
you're
help him on the
dangling
last
down
50 feet
into
of
the
it.
hole 50 feet?
The rope's dangling
No.
down 50 feet.
Okay,
I'm
the way
pulling
that
the
I
rope
heard,
up so
the
he
way
can
that I
grab
heard
it.
that is you like rappelled down 50 feet to. Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Anyway. So what was your athletics, Gray?
It was a 1.
Oh god.
No.
All right, man. Dexterity saving throw.
Where's he at? He just started climbing the rope? Or
Yeah,
he
he
was already
just
up
started
the rope?
climbing. He's
Okay.
15 feet up, so it's one.
That was a 1 plus 7 for an 8.
So you grab a hold of the rope and you give yourself Indian burn on your way down, but you hit flat on your back, and you take. Sorry, dice takes forever to roll. You take 1 bludgeoning damage upon impact, and you just have a migraine. Your heart is in your ears, your stomach is in your throat, and like that was not a pleasant experience. But it was only 1 damage.
So let's do it again.
Obviously, because it's like a fucking rat touching a stove.
What the actual fuck? That's a 10 for the acrobatics.
10 acrobatics will get you up the rope. It'll just take you a minute. You are at this point. You are about to suffer a point of exhaustion. You haven't experienced this much physical. I'm just kidding. You're pretty trained and toned and stuff.
That's an 18 athletics.
18 athletics gets you a good 2 checks up. So you're 1 check away from the halfway point.
10.
10 will maintain your position.
4.
Man, 4.
The struggle is real, huh, Gray?
Yeah, it really is.
Dexterity saving throw.
Oh my goodness.
And from this far up, I'll give it disadvantage because like you know where the rope is, but you're falling and like hitting the side as you go down, so like you're getting jostled, so you're just reaching.
It's a 9.
Oh my god. You're gonna fall. That doesn't feel good. And this time you were about 25 feet up, so this is 2d6. And this time you miss the rope completely. You don't grab it and do the rope burn shit no more. But this time you take 6 bludgeoning damage this time you land on your shoulder and you feel a pop and blood. There's no blood, but you can feel the bruise starting already. It is there.
How far away did me and Gorthog and Lady Delilah get?
At this point, You had already walked out the front door essentially when Damon made it up. So Gray waited for Damon to make it up before he started, so that way, just in case Damon fell.
So we don't hear him falling and busting his shit and trying again.
Damon might. Damon, give me a perception check since you're in the hole waiting for Gray. Basically,
I was gonna come try to persist that you stop, but insist, not persist. Sorry.
21.
You miss out on the first one because he started 10 feet lower and not really in the cave, the mouth of the cave. But since he got the 15, 20 feet up, and the second time you hear him get jostled around, you hear, fuck.
You good down there?
Down there, down there, down
I won't answer. I'll look up and look over at the chest at the foot of the bed,
there. Okay.
and I'll just go poke around those.
All right, then. You find a handful of ingredients. Roll me a d20.
Disadvantage for head contusion. Joking.
He's just reaching in and grabbing stuff that he doesn't. I'm not letting him roll a check because he's just like, So I'm gonna let him just grab shit willy nilly.
What's supposed to be 1? I don't know how to roll this.
You nilly
Where the
willy
fuck is
grabber.
What is this? Where am I at?
It's a 7.
All right, let me get to the list. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, so just so I don't not give it to you, I'm going to read it out loud as I go over it because, this is more fun because this is what you end up getting. Appearance. Mungard's eye is a bright blue mushroom with wide gills. It looks similar to many other edible mushrooms, but only grows on dead yellow elm trees. The high DC to identify is due to its similarities a lookalike mushroom. So you're going to have to pass a check to actually identify it, I guess. Give me a nature or survival check, whichever one. Ooh, it doesn't have stats to DC. Cool.
Jesus Christ. That's going to be my 5th one.
Oh my
For a
god.
total of 3.
Dude,
Okay.
get some actual dice out.
So that is a big no. It just looks like a nice edible mushroom. That's all I'm going to give you then.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got a whole thing here. You find two of these wrapped in like not yeah, let's go with burlap, like a little loose burlap binding. These things are stuck in those. They just look like what was the appearance? Bright blue mushroom with wide gills. So it's like a really nice wide top mushroom.
Okay.
And then I'll let you grab another thing. Roll me another d20.
No edible mushroom has ever been sus. Not ever.
Except the pizza ones.
Well, yeah, those are gross. They're not edible.
That is going to be an 8.
They're not. They're gross.
You're wrong, but okay. An 8. Okay, so it's one underneath this one. Okay. Appearance is a green plant topped by ordinary looking white flowers. There are pods around it, however, they appear in carnivorous watermelons.
Huh.
It's supposed to be appear as carnivorous watermelon. It looks like little Venus flytraps surrounding like a little white petaled flower. Give me there's no DC to identify, so I assume that you already know what this is. It's called Scream Bulb.
Can they be carnivorous, or can they be found in carnivorous watermelons? Because that'd be way more fantastical.
No.
Come on, give us some carnivorous watermelons.
No, these would be dead then. So to
True.
properly use the plant, it must be potted and cared for. Yeah, it must be plotted and cared for. The white flowers must be brewed into a tea, the resulting liquid soaked into the garments of anyone who wishes to be safe from their effects.
Oh.
The effects If anyone not soaked in scream bulb tea comes within 40 feet of this plant, it lets out a loud, continuous screech. More than one mage has used this. I'm sorry, this is riddled with spelling errors. Has used this in a sort of alarm system, always making sure their robes are soaked in its juices. This is what makes it so easy to identify it in the wild. If you come near this plant, it makes an unmistakable noise. See, now this isn't live, so it doesn't scream, but it's still got enough of its juices to rely the not scream bulb property. Like if you ever come across scream bulbs,
There's
slap
enough
this
in it
shit
to
on,
soak
shut
it.
it
Yeah.
up. Yeah.
Nice.
So I'll give you 3 uses of the screen bulb, and I'll give you 2 of the blue mushrooms that you didn't identify.
Okay.
That's what you find in those chests. He was, the chests are what you assume was originally packed, and then he brought it all and spread it about. And Otrill had found another set of ingredients in another room. Anything else before you decide to leave one way or another? Or are you just going to make this place your death room too?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna go over the grappling hook. Use my torch and tinderbox to set it on fire. I am going to walk back
Fuck
out
that
to
room.
the lab, not the Magna lab,
Through
the
the
alchemy
door.
lab.
The alchemy lab, heard?
Yeah. Is there any like potted plants left around here?
Give me an investigation check.
I'm just looking at tables, man. It's a 12.
A 12, I'll give you one more ingredient. Roll me a d20.
No.
Then just give him a number between 1 and 20. That's what I've been doing. I don't roll anything. I just make up numbers.
Oh, that's why you've had 3 natural 20s?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just I like the way they sound.
Okay, cool.
It's an 18.
18. Only going to make you scroll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Oh, that coil needs to
10,
change.
15, 16, 17, 18.
That's gross. Wait. I just fucking changed this coil. Did I change my coil yesterday? I did, right? Why does it taste so bad?
I know you
Give
said-
me a nature check.
40 to 130, and I'm at 89. Maybe I'll turn it down a little bit.
Hey guys, I got a nat 20.
Hey!
Woo!
With a nat 20, you know this as soldier paste. Appearance. Soldier paste received its name based on the battlefield used by doctors on wounded soldiers throughout the world. It is classified as a lily, often hard to identify due to its similarities to the other flowers in the same family. Its petals are brilliantly yellow and often sought for its beauty. It is the bulb that protrudes from the ground, which is used for the paste. So basically, the flower is very pretty, but the bulb in which it grows from is the thing that you use to prepare it. So you find one of these planted, and it was sitting on one of those crates tucked away in the corner. Just sitting on top, the bulb is ground with some water and a mortar and pestle to make a thick paste. A DC 8 intelligence herbalism check is required to make it correctly. Failure means the dose is wasted. As an action, you can expend 1 dose of this herb to stabilize a creature that has 0 hit points, rolling the wisdom medicine check with advantage. It has saved many soldiers' lives on the battlefield. A dose can also be applied to a fresh wound. It can be no older than 1 hour old, or this effect will not work. It takes approximately 1 minute to do so. The creature who received the treatment may spend any number of hit dice to regain hit points. That's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
So you
That is
have
pretty
one
sweet.
of those, and I will make sure to send you pictures of the shit you do know. Let me screenshot that. Let me screenshot. Okay, thank you. That. And then, excuse me. Let me screenshot that one for when you identify it. Parker.
Porker.
Dink. 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 Send. You have 3 screen bulb and 1 soldier paste.
Cool. All right. After that, I will head out the way that I came in.
So you get there, and everybody at this point, Damon has already climbed down and rejoined the crew, and they are just sitting there waiting for you, and they make eye contact with you as you come out, and you guys see a not so battered but not so well off Gray. He's definitely like his right arm is sagging a little bit more than his left arm.
Have a little trouble in there.
Beat
Yeah.
by a rope, huh?
Oh no! Turns out there was a hobgoblin under the bed we missed.
Oh. That's
Oh, yeah?
wild. Can I
Yeah.
make
roll
an
it,
insight check on that? Yeah.
Yeah, roll deception, roll insights. Let's go.
Do I get advantage because of my 21 perception?
Oh hell yeah, sure. Yeah, that's very valid.
Don't worry about it. I'm obviously full of shit.
17, 14.
23.
Can you see my previous roll? Was it a 14? I think I had a 14.
Yeah, give me just a second.
Yeah, you had a 14.
Okay.
Oh yeah, no, don't worry about it. I'm obviously full of shit, but I keep walking.
He's taking the one.
Greg, come here.
I'm walking.
I run kind of to catch up to him, like, hey, Gray, and I just reach out, touch his fucked up shoulder, put some pressure onto it, but then give him, I'll heal him with a cure wounds.
You don't necessarily you're not very delicate about it, but you pop it into place, and the immediate tinge of pain is definitely overcome by this very nice feeling of pain relief.
With 12 HP.
Mm. I look down my shoulder and look at the troll. I was saving that for later.
That's okay. I can take it back out.
And I'll keep walking.
So you guys start heading your way. Like I said, it is pretty dark out here. It's still early morning, like 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. Actually, at this point, I would say it'd be about 5 o'clock in the morning, and you can see the sun start to cusp above, like you know that lighter blue when the sun starts to come up, that super like pink, almost cotton candy blue pink sky that's just thin layer on the horizon. You can see that through the canopy, and Grell, you are blessed with the Twilight Mistress presence.
Who?
Or I'm sorry, not Gray. Trill. I mixed.
Grell. You
That's what
silly fuck.
Trill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I suppose that I would kind of venture off a few feet to the side and find a nice little hillside where I can overlook and see the sunrise coming up, and I would go ahead and cast Twilight Sanctuary and sit down in a cross-legged position and pull out my holy symbols and just do a little ritual there and pray for a while, and just get myself back in one with the way of the Twilight.
Well, what does the Twilight Sanctuary do?
It does a couple things. I can grant myself an additional 1d6 plus 4 temporary hit points, and I can end one effect on it on any player that enters it that is either charmed or frightened.
Okay.
But it was more just for flavor in that situation.
I got you. So you see the light begins to grow brighter as you sit there and just watch the sunrise, and you cast that Twilight Sanctuary, and how long does it last?
It's 1 hour, and it remains dim light around me, and it shows it's visible dim light to everyone else. So it would be a few shades darker than the sun rising up around everything else.
Everybody that is away from Trill, including Delilah, she would look at the rest of the group and go, he's a pretty serious man, isn't he? Don't all jump off at the roleplay chance at once.
I don't think any of them
See
would
it.
have seen me like do a full
Never do
ritualistic
this
prayer.
before.
I've prayed, but not with my sanctuary and
Wow,
my.
that is
components
super
over me.
cool. You as the sun rises, the brighter your light gets until the sun is actually fully in the sky, and that's when your spell fades and your twilight your twilight mistress's presence, or whatever the fuck we ended up calling that special feat we came up with, that ends.
What is? Let me see. That is Twilight Vigilance.
Yeah, Twilight's vigilance. That only lasts for a few hours a day, and one
Yeah,
time a
that's
night, one
only
time a day.
from dusk to dawn, essentially, right?
Uh, yeah,
Well,
the 2 hours
the
that
2
the
hours in
hour that
between
is
dusk
dusk
and
and
dawn.
the hour
Yeah.
that is dawn kind of thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a very niche little thing, but nonetheless, those are her domains. Ooh, shit! I got a lore bomb. Sorry, I'm making a note of something to do way later. Sorry. If I had a better reading level, I'd write faster. Um, so you guys gather around, and like I said, she says he's a pretty intense fellow, isn't he? And she then meets everybody else's gaze and goes, I truly want you to know how much this means to me. I honestly didn't think I was going to get out of there alive. He bound my hands and gagged me, so I couldn't cast any spells. So that's all I got. So
Glad we could be of service.
yeah, Corvus is in need of good people like you. They're an ever-growing city, and it's only going to get worse with that Magno lab. I tried to go against it because Corvus is just too small of a city. They needed to bulk their numbers and have it in place, because once the electricity drops, your numbers surge. And I don't think Corvus's walls are ready for the impact that the population boom they're going to have. So stick around a little while, help out around town, or if you guys do end up venturing out, you guys could always come back. I'm sure I could find something for you. But if Blevington is your destination, I can put in a good word with the school. If any of you are interested, anyway. I think I saw. Well, actually, I didn't see anything. I was asleep the whole time, so I'm going to take that statement back. But
And I think we should try to figure out why he was having the animals attack.
I found
Please.
that. I found that just before I found the albatross thing, so that kind of overshadowed. And she takes out his journal once more and flips it to a page, and she says, "One of our guards pinned him as a drug mule long ago, and that was kind of the final nail in the coffin against him being in my position. And I guess he kind of felt snubbed and took his opportunity when he had it, so I can't really fault him for that. But he didn't see people like you, and neither did I. So it's good to see people like you exist, people to go out of their way and help the people that need it. Speaking of which, we should probably be getting back to Corvus. I can try and do a teleportation circle. I know of one in my home, so.
I mean, it was only like a half day walk, wasn't it?
It was a total of it was a half day walk from when you guys made camp the first time, and when you made camp the first time, it was like a whole day's journey from the city to the, well, it wasn't that big of a journey from the city to the woods, but it's still, you made camp once and it took a half day, so it'd still take about a full day, if not more, to get back to Corvus.
Okay.
You guys are weird in chat today.
You mind your own business.
It's hard to not see this thing just going off with all kinds of very inappropriate innuendos and such. That's That's why my name is D4 Polar Bear in League Speak. So she takes out that wand that she had from that has the AF on it, and she draws the outer circle, she draws the inner circle. This takes about 15-20 minutes, and she draws the sigils. She pulls out a reference from her notebook so that way she can remember like what it is. She seems to have some of her effects on her, but like no sharp implements to help cut her free. But she's carving the sigils, and she lines it with some chalk dust because she's outside in the dirt, and chalk is needed to cast this spell. So she goes, everybody in, and she grabs Otrill's hand first, and then she grabs Gorthog's hand, and I assume everybody links hands, and she casts the spell. Anybody got anything to say before they go?
See you on the other side.
And you see she struggles, and none of the glyphs flash, and she goes, "Yeah, I'm just too fucking tired."
Is there any way we can help?
Do you think we could just sleep here till morning?
I mean, it is morning, isn't it?
Well, like it's like 5. With the hour pass, it'd be like 6 a.m. So, like, it's morning, but still, like, there's still morning to be had.
Gotcha. Yeah, we can make camp.
She doesn't like go to sleep or anything, but she just like kicks back, and she heats up some of those goblin fingers and truly enjoys them the way they were meant to be eaten. She's talking to you, Damon. She exclaims. She goes, "Who made these? These are fucking weirdly incredible."
I made them.
I'm gonna have to recommend these to the Ivory Lighthouse. They.
You know what they are?
No, they're pretty bony. What are they?
Are you sure you want to know?
I'm assuming it has something to do with what's in that cave, so I'm ready for anything. She makes note of all the dead bodies that were left strewn about.
They're goblin fingers.
She goes, "I could give a shit less. Did you clean them before you ate them, or before you cooked them?" And she cleans another bone.
I mean, the fire cleaned enough off.
Fair enough. And yeah, she's going to town on a couple more of those bad boys, and she pulls out his notebook and flips through it a couple times and makes note in her notebook about something, and she goes, "I suppose I owe you guys for helping me." And she goes over to Otrill, and she goes, "I don't know if you could use this, but you know your friends better than me, but you can use this for now." And she hands you that wand that says AF on it. She goes, "This is a wand of Sparks, whatever the fuck it is." I have his shit pulled up. It's a wand of lightning bolts on D&D Beyond. It can be attuned by any spellcaster.
It is
But she hands
what?
A wand of lightning bolts.
I will add that into my inventory.
And you can give that to whomever you wish. You are technically a spellcaster, so I would let you attune to it too.
Wand
If
of
you
what?
use- It says wand of lightning bolts.
It's a D&D Beyond item?
Yep. You should have it because it's through Forest's sharing. It's a blue item.
There it is. Okay. I got it.
Yep.
It
And
wouldn't let me search it when I would like type it in.
she goes over to Gray, and she says, "You're the one that looked at his body, right? I'm assuming you found some pretty good objects."
Yeah, I touched them and I.
She takes a look at it, and she starts to look through her book, and she goes, "I might be able to do this." And she draws a couple sigils in the sand, or in the dirt, lines them with chalk again, and then this time she lights it on fire with another spell, and you see it, and then her eyes flash over, and she looks at the stuff that's in your hand, and you have in your hands a potion of invulnerability, a ring of protection, and a ring of the ram.
Ring of the what?
Ram.
I don't know that he has it. I ram things.
See, but here's the perfect thing: is you now have a wand of lightning bolts that you can trade for the ring of the ram. They're both blue items, baby.
Yeah, what does the Wand of Lightning Bolts do? I have an idea, but you know.
You get to spend charges and
7
cast
charges.
lightning bolts.
3rd level spell. Yeah, we'll see what these things are worth.
But it's your first dungeon crawl. I wanted to be generous with the loot.
Hey, no, we're good, dude. I'm happy. I ain't complaining. Damon didn't get shit, so that's awesome.
Well, this is meant for y'all to like discuss. Like she's saying this out loud. Everybody knows what everybody has now.
I don't have the wand. I don't know where it went.
She literally just handed it to you in front of everybody.
Son of a bitch! I dropped it.
I stole it.
Roll sleight of hand.
Yeah, guaranteed.
Oh shit! All right, so you guys have all of these items. She has identified them for you. She realizes that she has her magic juju back, and she goes, "All right, shit, let's fire up the circle, huh?" So she steps back in it, takes Otrill's hand, and tries it one more time. If everybody's gathering hands and being lovely.
I like interlock fingers with her, not the whole friend hand, love hand.
That is fucking disgusting. You disgust me. I fucking hate you. But okay, I hear it.
I'm into it.
It's okay. I literally role-played emotions yesterday. I had to take a bath when I got home.
Yeah. Roleplaying emotion is fun. Wait till you see a cop roleplay emotions, okay?
I'm excited for that. So yeah, you guys step into the circle. She ignites it. The chalk dissipates, and in a flash, you are brought into a colder interior. It's
I love
it's not-
this area. Reminds me
it's
of
not.
home.
Yeah, it's not
Oh.
it's not balmy like it was in that cave, because like I said, you guys are in a very temperate area. You're near the equator. And so it was a balmy, sweaty cave that you guys were in, and immediately being dropped into the City Hall chambers that she lives in. City Hall being acquainted to the air conditioning that they have. You pop into this air-controlled area. It is a nice 72 degrees, just very breezy in this interior. She likes her air circulated.
It's kind of warm in here.
For you, maybe. You come from Ventrell,
It's
no?
better than it was, but can I rest here? You have a room.
I don't have an extra room, no. But you're free to stay the night if you'd like.
I'll go get my company and we'll sleep here somewhere. Not good at picking up on social cues like that, man. Don't do that to me. I just walk out like, nice, we've got free lodging.
That's perfectly okay. That is so good.
Like, I'm super into Lady Delilah, but I did not catch what she was saying at all.
She's super like
I
flood.
like drop some of my armor and I'm like, I'll be back.
She's like, okay, okay. And yeah, it's at this point, like I said, only a couple hours had passed when you guys left to let her relax. So we'd be pushing like 8 o'clock, but you guys are fucking, you I wouldn't say wiped, but on such a weird sleep schedule now.
Yeah, we are. But we were underground for what, a day and a half? We rested once.
Mostly like 12 hours with an 8-hour rest. Yeah.
Okay, well, still got us all out of whack, and I don't
Yeah.
think we're all up to shape as we were. I'm okay with taking us a midday siesta, and we can pick up our travels in the morning, or tomorrow, or tonight, or whenever. But
Well, it's going to be.
we could eat, we could drink, we can make a day of it, and then rest. It's whatever you want to do.
Well, unfortunately for me, it's return to work as normal, and if that means anything, that means I'm probably going to have to take official statements from all of you, and have you guys. Yeah, we're going to have to take official statements about what happened with all of this investigation, so that way we can foreclose on his property, so that way we can get that shop sold to someone else who deserves it.
So,
That
if
shop
we
be?
are... Go ahead.
Would you say, Damon?
Said how much will that shop be?
A shop that size, anywhere between 10,000 to 15,000 gold. Especially when it gets outfitted with electricity. Only shit skyrockets from there. That might honestly be one of the first places outfitted with it now that it's vacant.
Now, if we're back to official business and things, what did we earn for protecting your city?
I'm gonna write that up in the morning, bud. I'm gonna go get some coffee at the Silver Sword Inn. You're free to join. And Gorthog goes, "Oh fuck my family!" And
he's like leaned against the wall, just enjoying himself. Like, yeah, I did something today.
Shit, I'm home.
I love it.
Yeah. No, he runs out the door. Delilah soon after. You tell your compatriots to come in and make themselves feel at home. I feel like that would be a good place to pick up next time. How about y'all?
I agree.
That was a very fun session. I had a blast.
Much enjoyo.
One more time, Damon. Forrest.
I said it was fun.
'Twas fun. Always is. D&D is my favorite. Oh, I'm sorry, Arcanist. Did we cut it short? We can sit here and bullshit with you for a few
I
minutes.
was gonna say, does anybody have any questions? Any D&D related or player related or anything you'd like to know?
Yeah, I just handed out 4 rare items for my level 4 party.
I'm just talking about money.
Did I say level 4? Oh, I meant level 5.
2
My bad.
levels? Wait, we are level 4.
Yeah, you are level 4.
Don't play with me.
We're level 5 now.
Yes, sir. Congratulations. You beat
Do you
my
know what
first...
you've just done? I'm level 5 now.
What did he just do?
That's cool.
Nothing. He just gave me a level.
Oh, okay.
Did he
Enjoy
do
that
for you?
level.
I have Destroy Undead now.
Nice. That's
I
exciting.
have Font of Inspiration.
Nice.
Font of Inspiration. You
You
can...
can gain uses of Bardic Inspiration on short or long rest now.
Oh, hell yeah.
I don't think I get anything else at level 5. I think I just get Destroy Undead, but you know.
You might
don't
get
get much.
spells.
Yeah, you definitely get spells.
True.
Should get 3rd level.
Yeah, I was gonna say I should. Yeah.
Daddy, that whole time I was at school, the VR headset wasn't charging.
Well, you should have put it on charge this morning, Doofy.
And I didn't know.
So let me tell you, putting together that old Beholder Den was really cool for me. I got to research some stuff on Beholders that I didn't know. That's why that's why with that history check I kind of like gave you the knowledge of Beholders being able to tunnel upward, because I learned that myself. I was like, oh wow. I wanted this layer to be longer and spindlier, but I figured a small dungeon crawl for the early levels. We'll get into the bigger shit soon, I promise.
I can take Word of Radiance now. That's pretty cool. That's a fun little cantrip.
For
And
the
now
very...
it does 2d6, so.
Oh, hell yeah. Arcanist, the very detailed mushroom stuff, the plants and stuff I was pulling from. Actually, a buddy of mine who is supposed to be appearing either next session or the session after that. I'm going to have to talk to him, see if he remembered to take the time off. But I play with him down in Newark in his campaign. He's a dungeon master, and he actually had all of this stuff prepared for the campaign that I joined in his world. And I was so flabbergasted by all of it. So I asked him to just send it to me. So he did, and I have all kinds of cool stuff from him now. And not to mention, I've definitely done my own research to get into like subreddits to find alchemy labs and such for influence. If you guys investigated the hastily put together potion that was put together, that he was putting together before he tried the grappling hook, he was trying to make a fly potion on the fly, but nobody investigated that. So I'll just give you that little tidbit because we're not going to do a tankards after the tales for the away game.
Now I got Liam's Tiny Hut at level 3. That's always prepared.
Yes.
I love that one. Aura of Vitality is always prepared. And
Like
then
cleric spells?
Yeah, and then I have Dispel Magic. And I don't know what to take as my last one yet, but I might. I mean, I prepare my spells daily, right?
As a cleric, I have no idea.
So I've got some pretty good options here. I can take Spirit Guardians, which is fun.
Spirit Guardians is fun.
I've got like Beacon of Hope and a few other cool things, but yeah, I don't know what to take
I took
yet.
Sending.
Sending's a good one. Sending's really useful. So I don't need to take it then. That's cool. I think I'll take Spirit Guardians for now, but I might swap that in and out for other stuff. And I'm up to 48 HP.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I need to do that too.
Actually, I'm gonna level up Gorthok just for the shits of it.
He'll be called upon again.
Yeah, he's gonna go home and ice his bones and sleep for 3 days.
I have Bane and Bless, and I haven't used either one yet.
I think you tried Bane or Bless last session, but they saved from it. You did Bane a couple of times in last session. Ooh, I get my martial arch type here, level 3 fighter. Ooh, what do I want? Ooh. His daddy was a champion, so he's gonna go be champion.
Mark, what are you taking?
Who?
Sorry, Gray.
I don't even take anything. I just get uncanny dodge.
Nice. Uncanny dodge is so fun.
Killing War is the one that only is 1d4 plus 4, right?
But it's a bonus action, so it's really good.
What's that?
It's one of the like 2
Healing
bonus
word.
action spells.
Isn't it a range too?
Yeah, it is
Yes.
range. That's right. It is. Yeah. Prayer of Healing's too nice not to have. Spiritual weapon, warding bond, zone of truth, animate dead. Oh, that's what I should have done. I should have animated dead on his headless body.
Do you have access to that spell?
I have access to it. I didn't have it prepared, so I couldn't have done it. But it would have been fun if I'd have been paying attention the day before.
Why did you kill me?
I can incite greed.
Sure.
What is this
You're gonna
from?
have most of this shit from.
Nice, but yeah, cleric's really fun to play. They have a lot of offensive and defensive capabilities and party buffing and stuff. If no one else in your party wants to play a cleric, you should. And the Twilight cleric's probably in my top 2 or 3 for favorite cleric builds. As of, you know,
Death Domain's really fun too.
Death Domain is fun. Yeah.
Grave Domain's where it's at, dude. Fucking Caduceus in season 2 of Critical Role just. Oh my
Okay,
god.
that's a 1 in a million characters though. Like that's so...
No, but like he's just sitting there. Caduceus has the ability if he's within 30 feet of somebody and Matt Mercer does a natural 20 hit, he'll go.
No.
He goes yes, but it doesn't do a critical, motherfucker.
Right.
I'm gonna save my people.
Badass.
I love Critical Role, man. I want to meet them guys someday.
What about you, Forrest? What'd you get new?
What?
What do you have in your repertoire now?
I got Sending and what was that new feature? I get my Bardic Inspiration back on short rests now.
That's pretty fucking nice. That's really handy. That's another really good party buffing class, Bard.
Yeah.
They
Bard
put
is
in
my
some
favorite.
serious work. Yeah, I'm excited for you to bring Adam into my campaign.
Oh, I miss him. Oh, I miss him so much.
With his mother, Patricia.
I'm gonna have to give him some more combat prowess but at the same time, I love him as he is. He is a little baby bitch, and I love him. He is the biggest bitch. He is a mommy's boy to the day he dies because he couldn't cast invisibility fast enough. I love that guy.
Yeah, he is kind of useless in combat. Kind of. Not entirely, just a little bit.
He has an coup de grace kind of thing because I built him as a rogue bard or a bard rogue, skill monkey, if you will. But the College of Whispers bard, they get this thing called Psychic Blades, which is basically like no, it is when you hit somebody with it, you can expend 1 bardic inspiration die and roll some sort of extra psychic damage on top of it.
That's right,
It's basically like
I do
a
that
sneak
with
attack. but I also took rogue, so that way I get sneak attack, and then I can add another sneak attack on top of my sneak attack. Yo, dog, I pimped my bard. You got to pimp my bard. Damn right. Okay. That was a really fun session, y'all.
It was a great
I'm glad
session.
that you got to level up. I'm not going to be handing out levels as fast as I have been. I just wanted to get through
What's up,
the
Sig?
intro. Hey, Sig's in chat. Hey, buddy. So I just wanted us to get through the intro arc, and I think we did just that. You guys are a well-established party now. I'm just kidding. You have one thing under your belt, so you guys have some shit to get started.
We're overly
Um,
cocky, arrogant, and confident. We can't be killed. We are the adventuring party of the year.
So where we'll pick up next time for the away game is everybody at the abode of Delilah Silversword, catching some Z's and waking up in the early afternoon, if not late afternoon, to just have a merry day about the city of Corvus and see what kind of shenanigans our players get into. I'd like to shout out Slanted Dice. I haven't checked to see if you guys actually hosted us, but if not, I don't care. You guys are awesome, and I love you anyway for shouting us out on your stream, so we're going to do
Great
the
group of
same.
people.
Yeah, you guys are super
They're
awesome.
I
Stream
enjoy
is
the
super
shows.
good.
Yep.
Get over there at twitch.tv/slanted dice. They're Wednesdays Central European time. That one I didn't stutter on. Let's go. That's 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. They're also on the Instagram. I believe you can catch their previous episodes on YouTube and Spotify, actually. So that's something we need to get on. We have the YouTube game, but we need to get it on the Spotify game because podcast is a lot easier to ingest sometimes.
2 days, you'll have the second round of player interviews up on the YouTube. If you haven't caught the first set of player interviews, go over to youtube.com. In the search bar, type Tankers and Tales. It'll pop up. We've got player interviews. We've got previous sessions there. And we're going to continue adding more and more content to it. We've got the Baldur's Gate 3 stream that we'll be putting up on that. We've got this stream and everything else. So just keep an eye on the YouTube. Always check that out. Maybe some content that wasn't on the Twitch at some point. We want to always shout out Raven Press Gaming, our official partner for all of our campaigns here at TnT. Scroll down, go to our About. It's in our panels down below. You've got his Etsy, his Instagram, and his Patreon. Check him out. Give him a follow. He's an awesome guy. He builds great quality maps and some really cool stuff on his shop. I believe that is it from me. I don't have much else to say.
50 sub giveaway. So hit that subscribe button. Tell all your friends about us. Arcanist, Chav, you guys always hop in chat, so I'm going to give you guys another shout out. I'm glad to see you guys.
Yeah, check Arcanist out at twitch.tv/Arcanist_.
All of our personal friends that hopped in chat tonight, we salute you for being true, real ones and respecting the game and the grind. Thank you guys for stopping and watching. Anybody got anything else, or are we just going to say goodbye?
I think we're done.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, now in the stream. See you guys.